Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We are live, and we are in March 25th of 2026, and we are witnessing one of the greatest races in NBA history. And this is the race for the number one overall pick. This is the National 2026 Tank-A-Thon. Teams are going above and beyond to get this number one pick. The Kings last night literally sat 10 players.
Garbage.
And played only 8 players. Literally, there were only 8 players on their bench.
Terrible.
Within 6 minutes of the first quarter, everybody on their bench got in the game. We are watching the Nets do unthinkable things. We are watching the Washington Wizards on a 16-game losing streak.
Trash.
The Jazz are sitting players down. John Morant just got season-ending surgery, and the Grizzlies have officially embraced their tank. The Indiana Pacers, who were in the NBA Finals just last year, are 16-58 with the worst record in the league. It has been incredible, y'all, for these bottom-tier teams. And so I want to ask you guys 2 questions today. In chat, I want to talk about 2 things when it comes to this tanking. Which team is actually winning the Tank-A-Thon, ethically and unethically, and who actually deserves the number one overall pick? So as of right now, go ahead, Chill. Go ahead.
No, keep going, Ron. Keep going. I want you to finish. Keep going, Ron.
So as of right now, who's winning in your book, in your eyes, and why?
And we're gonna have our power rankings a little bit later on. I actually think it's Washington. I think they're the worst team in the league, and I don't think it's a question. Mars has said that Washington is the worst team in the league for some years now, and I actually was doing some homework, and I'm kind of on this Alex Sarr thing, so it was kind of swaying me. Washington is atrocious, and it's not even a question. They're clearly the worst team. But Ron, last night I actually stuck my head in to that Sacramento game. Ron, who is Max Reynard? Who is that? Ron,
he can play, man. He went to Stanford, right?
Yeah, he went to Stanford.
Okay,
he nice. Yeah, probably the shining light.
I know about Patrick Baldwin. He played for the Warriors for 5 minutes. I do know about him. Like, who is Dylan Caldwell? Who is this kid?
Oh, he's another rookie.
Shout out Dylan Caldwell. He all right.
I like him as well. Yeah, he had energy big. He played defense.
Okay.
Not
Sure,
great.
we were
crowd
watching,
involved.
We were watching Maxime in the summer league. Remember on playback.
I'm sorry. To be honest with you, I do not remember him, Ox. I wish I could say I did. I don't remember him. But he's
gonna make an all rookie team this year.
Is he?
Yeah, first team too. Yeah.
So with that being, and I'm guilty of it because I have not watched much of Sacramento this year. That is a fact. I have not watched much of Sacramento this year. With that being said, Mars, this was their 5 last night. Real talk. They got Devin Carter at the 1, Malik at the 2, Max, DeMar DeRozan, and Patrick Baldwin. That's our 5. Okay.
I haven't watched more than 3 Kings games this year, so
and real talk, we supplement in that 5 with Daquan Plowden, Dougie McBuckets, and Dylan Caldwell. That's who we rolling with. I promise you, I could get 4 other dudes from Jersey City in my prime, and we could beat them dudes.
The only thing I do about the Kings is look up Nick Clifford highlights. That's the only player I'm concerned about over there. Everybody else, and shout out to Russ for breaking passing records and stuff.
I'm actually a fan.
The gender going.
Oh, Nick been hooping. Yeah,
I was
year 2 Nick. Hey, y'all be on the lookout for year 2 Nick. I'm telling y'all, that boy
to be honest
nice.
with you, and you dudes think I'm on some nonsense with this. I am loving the Tank-A-Thon, and the reason why I'm loving it because ain't no mystery. Real talk, we know what's going on here. Like it's not like they're trying to tell us that this guy isn't really. He's not good or he's hurting. No, we know exactly what you guys are doing. This draft is 1984, it's 1996, it's 2003, and these guys want to get to the front of the line. We want we want to be the first ones to pick. So in order for us to be that, Russ, you can't play. DeMar DeRozan, you should not be playing, actually. Lauri Markkanen, no, absolutely not. Get him out the lineup. All of these guys that would be playing if they were a little bit better. No, get these dudes out the lineup. So I'm actually loving the fact that we got a legit Tank-A-Thon going on. Yes.
Yeah, it's a race to the bottom.
Yes.
It's a very special draft.
Yes.
What?
Look at
Yes.
Ox. Look at Ox.
Yeah.
Look
It's
at
a
Ox.
generational
Look at
Tank-A-Thon,
Ox.
yeah.
So I'm the only one up here that can have some integrity right now. What is there to love about
absolutely.
this? This is
I don't want to hear this from niggas today.
Me neither. I really
I don't want to hear about
Speak your
integrity
truth,
today.
Ox.
Y'all gonna hear the truth from me
I
every
don't.
day.
I don't.
You pick and choose. You pick and choose
I
this
don't
integrity.
pick and choose.
I'm sick of this shit,
This
yo.
is ridiculous.
Uh-uh.
This is ridiculous.
No.
And the fact that y'all are up here acting like this is a cool thing or y'all
It is.
enjoy this, like this
Yep.
is ridiculous. Nothing cool about it.
Ox,
It's
we suck.
ridiculous.
We suck.
So,
We're terrible.
You're
We
a
tired of your
professional
fake integrity, Ox.
You're a professional basketball player. Getting
Okay.
paid to play basketball.
Who sucks,
in,
by the way.
in the G, these are
And the
professionals.
coach is
These are
benching you.
professional.
Right, and we
The
suck.
coach is benching you.
Okay, all right. So let me know when y'all done, so I can finish. You know,
I'm all ears, Ox.
Yeah,
I'm all ears.
Y'all, because first of all, I don't even believe that y'all. I don't believe y'all really mean this. I think y'all are just kind of just. Oh well, like this is corny.
Okay, so I'll start the conversation, Ox, with
This is corny.
Ox, I am Ox, just so you know, I am getting married all in on the Tank-A-Thon. I just want to let you know that right now. So
And
I'm
then-
not one of these
and-
people. No, I'm putting the ring on the finger all in on
And
on
then
the
y'all,
Tank-A-Thon.
and then y'all,
I'm in.
and then y'all act like, you know, sometimes in the chat, y'all, oh well, it's the Kings doing it. Like I don't care. I don't run the Kings. I don't have anything to do with that organization other than being a Kings fan. I don't care who does it. It's corny. It's corny for anybody to do it. I think it's sad. I think it's just lame. It's just
Ox,
lame. That's all.
I bug out because you think that all teams and all just professional basketball players are created equal. Ox, when you're bad, people aren't
never
coming to
once
the
said
games.
those words. I know. I think the exact opposite.
What do you think, Ox?
I think that this is corny. I think it's whack.
Okay, so
Like,
even if
so
you
can't
you-
just because this person's better than me, I'm supposed to just I'm not going to compete because you're better than me.
you think that the
Man,
Kings
don't-
came
don't-
into the
don't show
season?
up, bro. Don't show up.
But let's talk about that for a second. Ox, you
If
think
they
that
were allowed to do that, I think they
yes, they 100% would do that. Ox, do you think that the Kings came into the league thinking that they were going to be at the bottom of the league? Did you think that?
I think that we expected to be better until DeMontis tore his meniscus.
Much better.
I don't think we were ever planning on competing for a championship. Obviously.
Okay.
But the thing about it, Chilton, you know this better than anybody. We don't like the Kings never do this. Like we don't ever do this. We never finish 15 in the West either. You know what I'm saying? But we don't just tank. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because we have a franchise of people, like, you know, not a franchise but a fan base of fans that expect much more from us. Like we don't pay in Sacramento. We don't pay to go to games to watch this. We'll pay to go to games and be okay with us losing as long as we're out there competing and playing basketball.
Right.
And I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm a competitor, so I can't even pretend like I think this is cool at all.
Now, since we're on the
This is
subject,
lame.
of competition, like this kid I just talked about, Baldwin, and this other kid, like you said, he's going to make the all rookie team, Reynard. Like you don't think that you think even though I don't know much about him because I haven't watched much Sacramento. Do you honestly think that these dudes aren't trying? They are trying, Ox. It's not like they
And
just
that's-
got
that's
guys
even-
off the
that's
street.
even- that's even more to the point then, because Maxime Renault, he's not an 18-year-old rookie. He played at Stanford. He's an adult. You know what I'm saying? So for him to come out here in his first season, he's playing hard for a franchise that's not.
So is
it's
DeMar
weird.
DeRozan. We're just not very
think-
good.
I think Ox's point is that there's a difference between being a bad team and then being a team that's going out there to intentionally lose basketball games. And I think
Sure.
that this year we've seen some unprecedented things. Like I was watching the Utah Jazz game the other week. I think it was against the Bucks, where a 10-day contract guy played 48 minutes in an NBA game, and it was essentially
So
celebrated.
now
by
we
Jazz
mad
fans.
at a
No, no,
player
no.
gets some opportunity.
No, I'm happy for him to get the opportunity, but
Or-
it speaks to the point where Jazz fans were actually happy that happened.
Mhm.
Whereas I think to Ox's point, some of the integrity has gone away from just, hey, we're a bad team, but we're still going to leave it all out there. Guys are still going to play. Now, in some cases, I think to Ron's question, I think Indiana have been the winners of the Tank-A-Thon because their win against the Orlando Magic a few days ago was their first win chill since the All-Star break.
Terrible.
Washington have lost 16 games in a row and still not under them in the standings. And sometimes, though, on the other side of Ox's point is that I think not acceptable, but sometimes it's understandable when teams tank when the conditions around them or the situation that's happened with their team makes sense for them in the long run to have a gap year, for example.
Yeah, so like the Pacers, the Pacers, like for example, I think the Pacers were planning to compete this year in the offseason. You know what I'm saying? But then you get a season where you get ravaged by injury very soon, right? You're already missing your star player. And then on top of that, you acquire your rights to your pick back, which is going to be like one of the top picks in the draft next year. You know what I'm saying? So like it makes sense for the Pacers to lose. Now, I didn't know the question was, do we like it? Because I don't like it. But it just kind of is what it is. Like I agree with what you're saying, Ox, but it's like it is what it is. The bad teams are going to, especially in a draft like this, there are going to be bad teams tanking to try to not be bad anymore. Like that's out of my hand. I can't.
Well, how do I not?
And
To your point,
to your point, though, real talk. It's even worse. Like because like how you said, the G League kid that played 48 minutes. Like shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna go out there and give it his all. But that's what makes it even worse to me. Because like we've talked about this before. Sometimes we have conversations and we look at it from the point of view of the player. Sometimes we look at it from the point of view of the coach. Sometimes we look at it from the point of view of the GM. The ownership. Sometimes we look at it from the point of view of the fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about it from the players and the fans right now. Like if I think about for instance like Malik Monk, I'm out here fighting for my life right now. And this how y'all doing me? Like we're not allowed to win. I'm out here fighting for my life. There's a lot.
Malik could be all right.
There's a lot of players around the league. There's a lot of players around the league that are out here trying. You know, we're trying to win, but then I'm giving it my all 30 minutes, and then my coach puts him in with me. Like, come on, coach, what we doing? So we really can't win. I'm not allowed to win, but I'm out here. Okay, bro, trade me. Like just get me out of here. Trade me. You know, what I'm saying? Something I don't know. That's just I'm looking at it from the point of view of the players and the fans right now. From the point of view of the GM and the ownership. Okay, cool. I can get with y'all 100%. I'm with you.
So
another thing is, you go ahead, Joe.
So
hold on, chill. I actually got a even better point than anybody's up here is gonna make, and it's the fact that are you taking your diet? You see, you need to be eating as good as possible, and you need to be in as good a shape as possible. Are you taking your diet? Are you skipping actual healthy meals and being gluttonous? Are you overeating? Are you eating sugar and candy? Donuts, snacks, Debbie cakes, chips? Well, if so, you need to do what's best for you, and you need to make your next move your best move, and you could do that with Factor Meals. It doesn't get too much better than Factor Meals because, well, it's about to be summertime, and we all need to get into our summer bodies. And so Factor Meals makes it easy to do this with fully prepared meals designed by dietitians and crafted by chefs so you can eat well without shopping or without even cooking. Now, what goes inside these Factor Meals? You got quality ingredients, functional ingredients, lean proteins, colorful veggies, whole food ingredients, and healthy fats. No refined sugars, no artificial sweeteners, no refined seed oils. You just get meals that fit your goals and your schedules, which makes healthy eating easier, calorie management easier, and you get more protein, which is more sustainable. Personally, I eat Factor Meals all the time. My kids eat Factor Meals all the time. My wives eat Factor Meals all the time, and we love it on a day-to-day basis. So if you're struggling with hitting your, body goals or your meal goals, or if you're trying to put on more weight or even lose more weight, I promise you this is the best option to go with because they have different packages that can suit and be tailor-made for your life. So head to factormeals.com/PlayersChoice50 off and use code PlayersChoice50 off to get 50% off your first box plus a free breakfast for a year. Yes, that's a free breakfast for 1 year. The offer is only valid for new Factor Meals clients with the code Players Choice 50 off and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. Make healthier eating easy with factormeals.com. Stop tanking your life. Now, as you were saying, Chill.
Oh, so Damian, two things. Number one, the idea of a guy playing 48 minutes as a G League guy, for all I know, I mean, this could be a guy that the Jazz are trying to develop. And they could be wanting this guy to be in their rotation come next season. It's the reason why he's in the G League. I think that teams don't use the G League as much as they possibly can. Number two, Ox, you were talking about Malik Monk fighting for his life. Malik Monk has been a rotation player for the majority of his career. In addition to him being a rotation player for the majority of his career, he's been on some good teams. But I think that we have to accept the fact that the majority of these guys in the league, this is a job. They don't care about the game nearly as much as you'd like to think that they do. A lot of this stuff is just these guys work here. I'm here to get a paycheck and go home. A lot of these guys feel that way. I'm not on the fence about that. I'm certain of that. Number three, to Real Talk's point.
Wait, what's that got to do with Malik?
What does that have to do with
what's that got to do with Malik?
Okay.
Because when Mars says that the accolade this, that don't matter, you argue the exact opposite point. That these guys do care, that they're here for in all leagues, that they're here for most improved. They're here for that. So now when it comes to this side of the argument, now it's not that. And what does that got to do with Malik Monk? Okay, so are you trying to sell me that Malik Monk don't care about basketball?
I didn't say that Malik Monk didn't care about I didn't say he didn't care about basketball. What I am saying is that he is under contract for 2 more years. That's number one, at $20 million. So I think he's all right in that aspect. Number two things could be true. These
$20 million per year?
21. Yep, 21 million a season. Yeah, Malik is getting paid. So in
California though, real talk.
I mean, it could be tricky. But
20 million a year is 20 million a year. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
But two things can be true. But 2 things can be true. Real talk. I can absolutely care about. I can absolutely care about being the league MVP or being on the all-league defensive team. But I could also this could be a job, and I care about getting paid. Like, yes, I'm really good at this, but I really don't care about basketball as much as you think I do. There's plenty of guys who are awesome in the league.
But why you put it on Malik? Chill, Malik came to Sacramento, stayed in Sacramento, took less money to play with his mans.
Yep.
Foxy left him.
No, Foxy didn't leave him. He got traded. Foxy didn't leave him. He got traded.
He demanded. Foxy left him. Left him stranded.
Yep. Even though it was still a good team.
On a team that's not on a team that's no longer serious.
Right.
And you think you think that he just cool with it? Like, oh well, hey, I'm out here. We're not trying to win. I could have went somewhere and got more money. I stayed
or
here.
This could be a
off of that 23 season. Leak could have went somewhere and got bread. Stayed in Sacramento to play with his boy. His boy got mad because Mike Brown took the ball out of his hands and just had him watching DeMar DeRozan dribble the ball. He got up out of there and went to play with Victor Wembanyama. Malik Monk is over here playing with these kids in DeMar DeRozan,
still getting paid,
not trying to win, and you think he don't care?
Malik knew what he was getting himself into when he re-signed with the Kings.
Right there. No,
and he re-signed with the Kings. Chill, he knew what he was getting himself into.
Not only did he re-sign,
you signed with the Clippers. You know what you getting yourself into.
We were still competitive when he re-signed.
You signed with the Bulls. You know what you're getting yourself into. You signed with the Hornets. For the most part, you know what you're getting yourself into.
And a lot of these guys are just here for the paycheck. I ain't saying that DeMar DeRozan is here for the not DeMar DeRozan. I ain't saying that Malik Monk isn't here for the pay. Is here for only here for the paycheck. But don't make it seem like he's got that. Yo, I want to be on a championship team. What evidence suggests that he's been doing that throughout the course of his career? None.
He resigned. We were competitive. We were competitive. You
were the 8th seed in the Western Conference. You were the 8th seed in the Western Conference. What do you mean you were?
No, they were the 3rd seed in the Western
Conference. Yeah, and then the next year. No, I'm not lying.
But I'm saying he was
because the next year we were the 5th seed before him and Trey Lyles got hurt.
And then what happened?
Are you talking about?
Right, and then what happened? He got hurt.
He had just. All right.
Yeah, he got.
We don't have to act like Sacramento wasn't a good team.
Nobody's lying. Nobody.
You just lied to the people.
Let's not. I'm not lying to the people. Let's not make it act like the Sacramento Kings.
Chill. We were the 5th. We were
the 6th seed.
We were the 5th seed. We were the 5th seed, and Trey Lyles got hurt.
5 and 8 was separated by 2 games. You and me had this conversation 3 years ago. Don't make it sound like y'all were I don't know, the Lakers or something like that. No, y'all had a good team. I'm
We
not
was
arguing
beating the
that
hell
point.
out the Lakers.
Yeah, you were beating the hell out.
We
the Lakers. I'm
were.
not arguing that point.
Don't do that.
All
But
right,
yeah,
them
because
days over.
LeBron's. I'm
Hey,
just keeping
hey,
it real. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it
Tuck
real.
your chest back in. You
I'm just
pop
keeping
it out
it.
real quick.
I'm just keeping it real. Demontis was putting belts to AD, and y'all seen it.
Yeah, we did see it, but what I don't appreciate is I don't appreciate the logic that these guys all care about it. Malik Monk is on a bad team.
Okay, so
you
why,
talking
why,
about
I'm
he's
just saying,
fighting
why you pointing out Malik like he don't
why are
care
you bringing
about
up Malik?
basketball?
Why are you bringing up Malik like Malik has always been like that? No, he hasn't. He's been on bad teams. You're talking about he's fighting for his life.
But then a minute ago you said he was on good teams. He went to the Lakers. He left.
Malik has played in the playoffs one time.
That's it.
Even if
Malik-
Malik gives them 60, they're still
But
not winning.
What is that?
games.
I don't
Hard to
understand
win
what that
games.
has to do with anything.
I'm saying Malik, out of
has
everybody, understands the business of the NBA. That everybody
Because-
just doesn't make the playoffs.
So,
But
okay,
but
so
what
here-
I
here-
just say,
he-
Here y'all, here
but
y'all. No, what I'm
he
saying is
understands that
here y'all
how
go.
I've
Here y'all
been
go
saying
trying.
it's
How
a
y'all
top 10
trying to
team,
speak
a
for dudes
middle
that
tier
y'all
team.
don't know?
Signed up
and
for
a
this.
bottom
Why?
10 teams.
You're
Why y'all?
doing the
Why
same
y'all?
thing. You telling
No,
us Malik
I'm
fighting
not.
for his
No,
life.
I'm
You
not.
don't know that.
I'm not. I'm
He
saying.
could
What
be
I'm
there just collecting a
saying.
paycheck.
I'm
You
saying.
don't know
What I'm
that.
saying. What I'm saying, chill, is how are y'all just gonna put that on him? Like, oh, well, some guys just show up. Why?
Well, how would you?
Why?
put it
Why?
on-
Why are you putting on? Why y'all?
Okay. Okay. I'll explain it to you, Ox. I'm putting it on him because again, he is at that point in his career where I'm a vet, I'm awesome, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to play. He is a professional, but if he was really fighting for his life, like you said, Ox, how come we don't hear about throwing chairs or flipping out on coaches? We don't hear about none
Yeah,
of
why
that.
don't we hear about that?
Nigga, what?
He ain't even got no text all season. Why ain't he got a tech all season?
You
He
want
care
him
about
to
the
go
game that
Latrell?
much.
You want
Why
him to
ain't
go
he got a
Latrell?
tech?
Just-
Ron, the
Use
reason
your
why I'm
six
So you
saying
want
that-
him to go? You want him to go Latrell and just choke Doug out?
You're the one telling me he's fighting for his life, Ox. You're the one telling me that the guy's fighting for his life.
I should have never got involved with this.
If he's fighting for his life, can I see it?
chill. What?
Yeah.
Chill. Can we be? I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
now.
The Malik Monk originally was drafted to the Charlotte Hornets,
Garbage.
and before this season, we know what Charlotte has been. He then leaves there, goes to the Lakers when they are a bad team. They're bad, but he gets an opportunity to show that he's a quality player.
James
Right.
hated to lose him. James hated to lose him.
Exactly.
He
Malik
was good with
Monk
that.
had a really good season in
Yep.
LA that he moves,
Mhm.
I believe, then to Sacramento.
Correct.
Okay, in Sacramento, he's finally playing on a competitive team
Mhm.
in a real role on the team, the six man, with real responsibility offensively.
Had he not
So,
gotten hurt, I
to
think he would have won
Ox's-
the six man
but-
of the year. Keep
but
going,
to-
real
so
talk. Had he
to-
not gotten hurt, I think he would have won the six man of the year. Keep going.
Okay, so to Ox's point, is like you're asking, where's this evidence that he wants to be on a winning team and facilitate winning and stuff like that? But I think he showed it in Sacramento because, to Ox's point again, he was already experiencing bad situations. But when his contract came up and they were a competitive team, and he was finally in a competitive environment with a real role, he was willing to take less money to stay on a competing team. So he showed it. He literally put his money where his mouth is. He said, you know what? I will take less and stay on a competitive team. So he thought he was going to be competing moving forward. Unfortunately, that's how the NBA goes. Kind of to Ron's point, though, hey, things happen. Fox was displeased with the role that the new coach was giving him, and so he dipped off. And so now he's in this situation to where, look, I signed up to be on a competitive team, but now I'm in a tanking situation. Maybe, yes, I would like to play some meaningful basketball somewhere. I don't
Right.
think that's like a far-fetched idea.
One, which could be temporary, right?
That's what
Because
I'm saying.
we also have a draft where you got a guy who can turn your franchise around. That's number one. Number two, I don't remember. I know that the market was, pretty big for Malik Monk, and who else was on the table for him the year
Orlando?
that he signed that deal? It was Orlando, which with him being with Sacramento, they had his bird rights, which means that if he would have gone to Orlando, it would have been for less though, because Sacramento owned his rights, so he could make the most money with them because he was a free agent. So that's not true.
My thing is, I think we're getting a little too caught up on just the name Malik Monk and more so just a player of Malik Monk's caliber or status. This happens more than not in the life of an NBA player. It's rare that you get a guy that's just on playoff team after playoff team after playoff team,
Doesn't happen
or
all the
just
time.
gets
Yeah.
birthed right into a perfect situation. Like it's very few Jason Tatums. And I don't even want to talk about Jason Tatum's caliber of player, but I'm saying you just get drafted to a team and you guys all of a sudden are like that and you're on this team for the rest of your career. Like a lot of guys are journeymen. Like Malik's played 9 years. He's played for 3 teams.
But
Made the playoffs once.
I think both of
That's
them are
more
true, though.
common than, you know,
I think
the other
both
way.
Ox and I think like Ox, to your point, there are guys out there that are trying, and Chill, to your point, there are guys out there that are chilling and like, I'm going to collect this paycheck. We're not a good team anyway. I'm going to play my minutes and I'm going to go home. Like both those things exist. That's why locker rooms in sports are so fascinating, because guys sort of are at their own journeys with it all. But Ron, I think with this Tank-A-Thon, I think we're seeing some unprecedented stuff as well, because I think GMs and franchises also understand that we got 2 new teams coming. And what that's going to also do is shake up the lottery, because teams are going to have to sacrifice picks in the coming years so that these new teams can select at the top. So there might be an additional sense of urgency here, because bad teams, if you might be bad the year before the expansion happens, and all of a sudden you don't get the maximum sort of draft capital that you thought you were going to have. And when a draft like this comes around that's so good, it makes a lot of sense to get ahead of that curve and maybe be really bad this year. So that's another factor.
That work, though, how does that work, Damien? As far as like Seattle and Las Vegas, where do they automatically get to pick somewhere, or are they like in the lottery with the ping pong balls?
So as far as I can remember, when Vancouver was in the league, there was like an accumulation of draft picks that teams sacrificed before they entered the league officially. So essentially they could have, again, the pick of the litter when they entered the league. So teams will have to sacrifice some picks, and they have to work out the logistics because there's more teams now and there's more money now and all these different things. But they will be in the thick of getting like a top 10 pick Ox, because they need that.
Ron, if
I know, like when the WNBA did it, just like a couple years ago, and I believe they're going to do this next year with the Toronto Tempo. They gave them the 5th pick.
Philly too.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's Portland and Toronto.
Is it Portland?
Yeah, but
I thought it
what was the
Philly.
last team that came in?
The Valkyrie, just last season.
So yeah, so last season the Valkyries got the 5th pick. So it's like, we're not going to give you the first pick, but we're not going to give you the last pick. We'll give you a very good pick.
And real quick, Ron, speaking of the W, shout out to Veronica Burton, because she went from struggling to getting her own team to balling out, and you know they're gonna max her with the new CBA. Veronica's looking at that max contract, man. Shout out to Miss Burton. Man. She did her thing.
And that right there, too, Ox, I don't believe that. I think the 2 expansion teams would be just fine. I think it's more predicated on ownership than it is talent. I do think we have more than enough talent to formulate 2 12-man rosters, 15-man rosters, whatever it is, and those teams be fairly competitive. Right now we could do an expansion draft, and I guarantee if you had 2 competent GMs, these teams can be better than the Pacers, better than the Wizards, better than the Nets, if they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
If they want to tank and get more talent,
that's where it is.
That's
where it is, Ron.
You can put together
as long as you got like a front office that wants to be competitive, and you got some guys that are ready to play. And obviously, injuries play for every season for every team. Injuries are going to play a big role in it. So if everything goes well, there's more than enough talent in the world to have good basketball teams.
Which leads me, Ox, to my next point, where if I'm living in a place that's run down, and real talk, somebody's coming over here to come take a look at my place, and they got a check for me. And if my place is run down the most, I get the biggest check. Yes, I'm going to make sure that my place looks super whack. Yes, I am going to do that. I'm going to make sure it's going to be things. Furniture is not going to be correct. I'm going to make sure that the refrigerator is empty so I can get the biggest possible check that I can. Now, does that mean that I want to keep doing that? No. But I'm going to do that so I can get out of the space that I'm in right now. That's what I think this whole tanking thing is about. We're trying to put ourselves in a space where this draft, I don't think that they would do this like the year that Rishi Shea came out. I don't think that you would have teams tanking like this. But I feel like in a draft like this, there's some players that could really turn franchises around. And if we can get our pick at one of these players and we got to lose and we got to sacrifice some games, hell yeah, I'm doing it. Chill.
From that standpoint, like I said, from the point of the GM managers, ownership, front office, it makes sense. I'm 100% with you. It's just that in this instance with tanking, it's hard for me not to look at it from the player fan point of view. So to your point, if there's a slumlord in his raggedy ass apartments, and I'm gonna get a check if my apartments are raggedy, yeah. But if I'm the tenant in the slumlord coming here like, hey, yeah, that's a nice couch, man. Get that couch out of here. I got to put this one in for a couple weeks. You got the cool mattress? Okay, cool. Get that out of here. I got to put this raggedy mattress in. You got to sleep on that. I'm gonna be like, whoa. I understand you getting a check, but I gotta lay my head down on this.
But no,
Ox, every fan doesn't think like you though.
Yes,
there are some fans that like that their team is tanking.
And even players too.
I'm talking about Sacramento.
Ox. Okay, right so I'm gonna speak for you guys now too. Ox, I'm gonna speak for you guys now too. The players. Hey, you spoke for Malik. Now I'm gonna speak for Keegan Murray. If I'm Keegan Murray, man, get Russell Westbrook off of my team. Get DeMar DeRozan off of my team. Hey,
not Russ. I think Russ is good for most locker rooms.
I'm gonna tell you why though. Get Sabonis off of my team too. I'm trying to get
he had you.
Next
he
best
had
player.
you, Ox, and he lost
he
had you.
It's not about losing or finding Ox. All right. Hey, Ox is a free spirit. He might. Hey, he cannot be found. What I'm trying to say is, if I'm Keegan Murray, if I'm what's his name? Real talk, your man. No, real talk. If I'm Nick Clifford, I'm trying to get the next best player next to me so we can compete for the next 10 years. I don't want Russell Westbrook and DeMar DeRozan here. You guys aren't doing nothing for me at all.
Well, as long as
you guys
are teaching me a thing or two.
Cool. Ron, what you're saying is cool, but that's not what's going on. They didn't get Russ and DeMar out of here. That's not what's happening. So like I understand that point of view, but that's not what's going on.
I'm saying for next year, I want you guys to bring in the best possible pick, a number 1 pick if possible. Bring AJ here, get them out of here.
Okay,
it's not even more so get them out of here. I'm saying
next year AJ's going to be standing there while Doug Christie has DeMar DeRozan dribbling the ball.
And if that's the case,
get Doug Christie out of here. Don't get these dudes. Get somebody in here that can run some offense.
You had one. You ran them off.
No, Michael Malone. You talking about 10 years ago?
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown had a good thing going, and he decided to stop running the offense he was running and just have us watch DeMar DeRozan. Y'all all seen it happen. Like we had a good offense going. He got DeMar DeRozan, and he said, "You know what? We're not going to run offense anymore. DeMar, get the ball at the top of the key and dribble."
Hey, Ron,
because what else DeMar gonna be doing?
And that's what he could play basketball. You know what? This is not what we're supposed to talk about today. So,
Damien, I've been in.
I don't want to derail.
Where I've been in arenas, and not just in pro basketball and football, like we tanking for Tua, like, and the fans were saying that, like they know that we trying to get this guy, and I'm pretty confident in this draft that there's arenas in the NBA that we tanking for this AJ DeBonster kid.
That's what
right. There are teams that are we trying to get the number 1 or the number 2 pick so we could get Darren Peterson, and if we got to sacrifice some games so we could get that, we're doing it.
I think the reality in the NBA is that it's just very hard to win, and usually when you're winning, you have one of the best players in the league, or you have a perennial all-star, or you have an all-NBA caliber guy, and those guys don't come around every day. So there is large cohorts of fans within franchises that are very happy that their teams are doing poorly this year because they have the potential to land one of those guys that don't come around every day. But I think Ron, to your point as well, it's nuanced in the fact that I think young players want to play with other good young players, but I think it's also depends. Like if I'm Ace Bailey, for example, I don't know if I want someone to come in that plays my position. That's also a lottery pick. I don't know if I think that's also a possibility that happens as well with young players where they're still in the selfish, they're still in the selfish trying to establish them phase of their careers. So I think that can be tricky as well. Like I think these young guys care, the ones that want to win, I think they care. But I think they also want to get theirs too. So Ron, it's a delicate balance.
Do you think that Keontae George want to see that this kid A-Cuff in Utah? Hell no, we don't want him in Utah.
Keontae, Ace Bailey's a good example. I think Keontae George is the opposite of that. Keontae George has now finally established himself. Keontae George is ready to start winning. Keontae George is like, I just had my breakout year. I'm balling. The Utah Jazz know what it is with me. I'm not going nowhere. So now let's get Ace Bailey in here, or let's get AJ DeBanta in here, so we can really get it cracking. Hey, even if Darius Acuff come, okay, I'll move to the 2. Now get me the ball. Now I got an efficient point guard that I can run around in the backcourt with, and he could get me the ball. If Cam Boozer comes, all right, it's up. If Caleb Wilson comes, now I got a big man that I can run pick and roll with. I know he'll run the floor. I could throw alley-oops to, all of that. If I'm Keontae George, I'm like, good. Jaren Jackson, I'm glad you're sitting down. Lauri Markkanen, bro, you don't need to play no more. Let's get this pick. Let's get this. Like, we don't need to win no more games. I'm trying to acquire some more talent, especially young talent. So for the next 7 to 8 years, I'm running it up. I'm trying to find my next running mate.
It's also about like the culture in your franchise. I think that's what's very important, because there is a natural urge and wanting to like get to the league and prove yourself, and that can lead to like some selfish tendencies as a basketball player and a teammate. But like, you know, you see these teams that have these great cultures, they don't run into that problem. OKC, when they acquired everybody and J-Dub was starting to hoop, and you have all of these young players, SGA gets over there, but everybody just falls in line, because at the end of the day, what is interesting, like we think that, you know, these great players, oh, they just want the money and da-da-da-da-da. Bro, people want to win. If you are playing something 82 times in a year, there's a potential to go to the playoffs. There's potential to get bonuses and everything like that. You want to win games, right? So even like in Charlotte right now, you would think, oh, what if Brandon Miller has a little bit of a problem with Conkin? It's like, bro, no, that works out because they're winning games. And now I'm participating in a winning culture. But I do think it is important to set that foundation. OKC did it. San Antonio does a great job at this since the Greg Popovich years. And then, of course, Charlotte's doing it now. So I think if you have the right culture in your franchise and the right coach, because the coach for a young team is very important as well. I think that needs to work. But these athletes want to win on top of that.
Real talk, if we took the lottery out and we made it like pro football, like if you got the worst record in the league, you think that would make things worse? Let's take the lottery out. The worst team in the league, you get the number 1 pick in the draft. The second worst team, you get the number 2 pick in the draft, and so forth and so on. Do you think that would make things worse?
Nah,
I don't think so neither. And that's why that's exactly why I think that maybe if we took the lottery out and we did it like that, we already seeing the tanking. We already see these teams losing. Like, it's not news that they're doing this. But if we just took the lottery out and said, all right, we got the bottom, we got a 30 team league, the bottom third. So what's that? What, 11 teams? 12 teams. These are the teams that have an opportunity at the number 1 pick. And whomever has the worst pick, whoever has the worst record, you get the number 1 pick, and so forth and so on. I don't see it. I just think that the lottery kind of, I don't think it makes it worse, but I do think that it kind of exacerbates the situation.
Right. Two things though. So one thing first, I want to say back to what you were saying about Real Talk, like with the fans and whatnot, or to you too, Chill, with the fans. Like I said, Real Talk, I'm speaking for Sacramento. We just don't get down like that. You seen we had one of our major season ticket holders get kicked out the arena earlier.
He was sick of Levine ass.
You know what I'm saying? Zach Levine wasn't trying to play no defense. I'm telling you, we just don't play like that out here. Real Talk. But not only that, you mentioned culture, and we can get in. That's another thing about us. We know our front office ain't about shit when it comes to drafting. We'll get the second pick and draft Lil Pager. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We would get the second pick and draft. What's his name? Andre Stojakovic. We'll have Lil Pager out here with our second pick, and y'all know we will. You know we will.
You're not lying. You're not lying. You're not lying. You're not lying about that. You're not lying about that.
I just
all right. It's not funny. That's real. That's real.
I think
we'll do it. I mean, we will.
The culture point's an excellent one, because I think Penn made that point once where you do what you don't. There's a lot of players that also don't want to be associated with tanking because
Yeah.
indirectly it hurts your. I think it hurts your stock around the league if you've been associated with losing for so long, because teams start to question whether you can actually be a part of a winning situation because you never have before. And when guys are in their 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th year and you've never been a part of a team that's won ever, your reputation around the league is sort of made for you, which is a tough situation to be in as well. So there's a lot of nuance in here.
But can I control that though, Damien? Like I might be on a crew that, to Malik Monk's point, I might be on a crew that we were really good and we were making some noise, and then all of a sudden, we just got the plague run through our team, and now we aren't that good. And now I'm on a team where we're trying to get better, and the only way we can do it is by being at the bottom of the league, losing some games. That's not to say that the guys that we do have who aren't trying, because Patrick Baldwin is trying. This kid Max is trying really hard, but we're just not good, and I'm associated with that. Is that really my fault?
No, absolutely not. There's bad situations for all these guys. You fall into a bad situation. It happens every year. We see it every year. We see teams that are supposed to be good that aren't that good. We see guys that have high hopes in the preseason and the team falls flat, and then they all of a sudden they're having a down year by association as well. So all these things are happening, but I think to Real Talk's point, there is a level of trying to keep the integrity of competitiveness within the locker room. Like, you just don't want to be a bad team that's letting go of the rope. You want to have a very clear path, a very clear direction on why you're bad and the reasoning for why you're bad. So when you get good, you actually have some sort of foundation that you can build on. And I think that, like, no one cares that Charlotte was bad for ages because they're good now. Like, people have a very short memory. Charlotte were terrible for years, but now that they're hooping, everyone doesn't really care that they were bad for years. Like, because it only matters what we live in. We live in a microwave society in the NBA, and people are really excited about Charlotte. So I think that in 5-6 years, people aren't going to remember if how bad how bad Utah tanked this year if they go and get someone and then they got a superstar that's taking them to the playoffs every year. Like, people will forget.
Because just so you know, Ox, in 1997, the Boston Celtics were 100% torpedoing their boat to get the number 1 pick so they could get Tim Duncan. They were doing everything that they could. Unfortunately, they ended up, I think with the 97, I think they ended up with the 3rd pick and they ended up with Ron Mercer or something like that. But they were doing everything that they could to get to the top of the top of the draft lottery so they could get Tim Duncan. That was 100% going on.
No nuts.
It do be seeming like some of these teams just like you have to sit there as a bad team sometimes and just see the rich get richer, right? So not only does San Antonio get to have Victor Wembanyama as this lineage big that's continuing the path of history after Tim Duncan and David Robinson and all of that.
Ron,
the next year,
as soon as somebody else gets something, he can have all the fly stuff, but let somebody else get something. Real Talk gonna throw a fit. I'm
not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying if you're a bad team, you have to sit there and watch. Because I'm saying in relationship, you probably been bad trying to get the number 1 and number 2 pick.
Yeah,
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but then you see San Antonio get the Wemby pick.
Yeah,
and then the next year they're like right back in the top 2 or whatever to get Stephon Castle, and then they're right back getting Dylan Harper. It's like, if you're a bad team that's been waiting for one of those type of picks, waiting for one of those type of players,
like what the hell going on?
And you just saw San Antonio get like 3 in a row.
Like, what am I doing wrong?
On top of that, that's even more point too. Like, tanking, and then imagine you still get a 7-8 pick. You know what I'm saying? But that's my only thing. We tanking for these kids. Man, I don't know how good this little boy gonna be in 5-6 years. These is babies.
The great thing
when was the last time the worst record in the league got the number 1 pick? Can you guys remember off the top of your head? Because it does. That's why the lottery is so interesting now. Because it doesn't really happen.
But it's facts. Like, what about the process? That was demoralizing.
Yeah,
Philly actually did that thing. If you ask me, Y'all might
They
not
ended
think
up
so.
getting Joel Embiid.
They got
Yeah, no
Joel
one cared
Embiid.
after that.
They
Yeah.
got Tyrese Maxey.
No one
They got
cared
Ben
after that.
Simmons. Ben Simmons would just happen to be, that was an unfortunate
Ron, if you
situation.
run-
But
I guarantee
Ben
you,
Simmons looked
even-
like a
would not feel
success
this
the
way.
first 2.
yeah, even during Ben Simmons' run, that was a hell of a player.
Ron,
They got Markelle Fultz.
Find somebody in the chat from Philly and just
Jaleel
send them the
Okafor,
link,
yeah.
and let's talk to them about how they felt these past.
All right,
12
so
years.
so I guarantee if we got the sentiment of Philly fans, and if we got this, actually we can't. You could have went down the Philly route for the last 10 years. So from 2015, let's say 12 years, from 2015 to right now, or 2014 to right now, or if you could have been a Sacramento Kings fan, who would you rather be? I guarantee you, an overwhelming amount of people would say I'd rather be a Philadelphia 76er.
That's
You
not
should
how
ask
that
a
works.
Philly
Ron.
fan
That's
how
not
they
that
felt
works.
right after they got Markelle.
That's
Because that's
you
when
know
the press
that's
ended.
right.
Boy,
That's
they thought they was gonna
that's
be
what I'm saying.
better
That's what I'm saying,
than
Ron. That's
one,
not how that works. I'm talking about ask some Philly fans how they felt about the process, not comparative to what's going on in Minnesota or Orlando or Sacramento or no. How did the Philly fans feel about the process and how they
They'll
were
say that it's
booing
failed.
that team?
Yeah, they'll say it failed.
I,
They didn't
I
care
know
because there
one.
was a
I
clear
know one
plan.
personally. Shout out to Coach Derek. I know Derek personally, and a lot of Philly fans just feel like they've had an unreasonable amount of bad injury luck.
Yeah.
Not that
Yeah,
the
why?
players
Because the
and
bad
shit
the
they were
basketball
getting-
gods
Oh,
don't
that's
bless
why.
you for
That's
sucker
what
shit.
happened. Ox?
That's why.
That's what happened.
Ox, how am I
Yeah,
supposed to build?
shit. The basketball guys are real.
Ox, how am I- I
they're
believe
watching
that.
you.
Yes, I do believe that. But Ox, my
They
question to
see
you
you
is,
when
how
you're
am I
sleeping.
supposed to
They
build
know
my
when you're
team? Ox?
awake.
What am I supposed to do, Ox? How am I supposed to build my team? They actually did have a plan. We
Man,
get Joel
man,
Embiid.
hire somebody to develop talent.
We got
Hire some coaches that want to coach. Don't go get Nick Nurse because Kawhi Leonard carried him to a championship. You know what I'm saying? Like hire some basketball guys to come in there and build some culture and draft guys and make the players that they got better. You know what I'm saying? Compete. Hire somebody over there with an actual sack that's gonna stand on them and place and have some real basketball going on. That's what you
What
do.
if you draft bad though?
Well, hire somebody with that has a good eye for talent, and that's not just gonna draft whoever ESPN swears is the number one guy. Don't go just draft whoever was the top ranked 8th grader and oh well he's got to be great because he was great in the 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? No. Go find some grown men that want to play some basketball.
So Jaleel Okafor, really quickly, Ron. Jaleel Okafor, when he first showed up, just so you know, he was the first freshman in ACC history to average 20 and 10. We getting that dude? Okay, we got something to build on. Absolutely.
Chill. We can't always be 20 and 10 merchants. Even though I love Jaleel.
Hang on, Ox.
He was supposed
So
to be good.
we getting that dude,
Jaleel was
Ron.
nasty. I love Jaleel.
Yes, we getting that dude. Unfortunately, that doesn't work out. We're gonna get this kid from Kansas, who some people said this is Olajuwon 2.0. We getting this dude? Holy shit. Okay, now we in business. Only to find out, okay, he was already broken when he first came in. All right, we getting Markelle Fultz. Okay, anybody who was watching during that time was like, this dude is going to be an all-star for like the next 6 or 7 years.
Absolutely not.
This dude is going to be
Malik Monk and De'Aaron were both better than him. Told you.
Oh my goodness.
He been a
But see,
Markelle hater. We just
but
lost
you guys,
him.
this is a part of the draft process that we're overlooking. Like sometimes it'd be the most obvious picks that miss, and it'd be the ones that you don't think is going to really be all that. Tyrese Maxey, that ends up better than Ben Simmons. Yeah. They end up better than Markelle Fultz. They end up better than Nerlens Noel and Jaleel Okafor, who were supposed to be sure shot picks. Yes. They were supposed to be sure shot hits. And so that's why I'm saying Philly did their thing. I don't regardless of anything. They got Joel Embiid right now. They got Tyrese Maxey right now. They got VJ Edgecombe right now. Like the process is still processing. Morris, I know you think that the process is over or it's a different iteration. Regardless if it's a different iteration, Joel Embiid is still there with young, talented players. And if he's healthy, they got a shot to do whatever.
And they just signed Paul George to a $250 million contract.
What does that got to do with them taking? Or what does that got to do with the process?
Here's another thing as well that people don't consider is that
I'm sorry, David. Go ahead.
But here's to Ron's point. Here's another thing that people don't consider as well. There's also consequences in the league for trying to be competitive. Like if you are trying to be competitive, if you are trying to grow talent internally as well, what sometimes ends up happening is you also become the Miami Heat, who just are a mediocre team for like the best part of the last
Atlanta.
they're a team that just will perennially be in the play-in. You never bottom out to get a superstar talent or a generational talent that can actually help you win. You find yourself in a spot where you have really good players, but your best players can't be leaders to a championship. So you're in a very weird flux. So in some ways, it's actually better to bottom out completely than to stay competitive. That's also a consequence.
That's true. However, we were just discussing, like you asked the question, when was the last time the worst team in the league like got the number one pick? And I don't know. I mean, last year,
I thought it
Mavs
was
got
Cleveland.
Cooper.
I thought it was Cleveland in 2011, but turns out wasn't Minnesota worse than them?
Philly got Ben Simmons.
Yeah, they said
Were they
Philly got
the worst
Ben
team
Simmons.
that year, Moss?
They won 10
Yeah,
and 7.
that's-
10 and
There you
7.
go.
Yeah, that's right. They
That
were
was
terrible.
ages ago.
They were
But
terrible.
the
Okay.
the Mavs
Yeah,
got
they
Cooper.
changed the odds because of Philly. It's no longer a 25% chance. They changed it.
Okay.
Yeah, the Mavs got Cooper, and then also Atlanta. I believe they were in the play. Were they in the play when they got Ricochet or whatever his name is?
They just
Yeah,
missed
so-
the playoffs.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
technically, the Nets pick turned into Markel, and they gave their pick to Boston, and Boston traded it to Philly. So the next year, the worst team also got the number one pick. It's just they didn't actually own their pick. They just sucked and gave it to Boston. So 2017 is technically the last time.
Miami needs a number one pick. The league
That's what I'm
needs to
saying,
make
yeah.
that happen.
Oh no, 2018, DeAndre Ayton went
Phoenix.
to Phoenix. That's the worst team.
Mhm.
There you go. It's just 3 years in a row. The worst team got the pick. And then it was the Knicks. So that one didn't work out. That's when the Knicks fans thought they were getting Zion. Oh, I remember that.
Hey,
Yeah.
what is the highest pick that the Miami's gotten since D Wade?
Just
The highest
Justice
pick that
Winslow?
they've gotten? No,
Yeah.
Bam at 13.
Bam.
Justice?
Probably Ben.
Justice Winslow was 11.
Justice.
Yeah.
Justin?
Was
No way,
Justice
Bam at
Winslow
13
11?
was the highest.
No, I thought so. I might be.
Well,
Wait,
they've been
since
in
because they got Michael Beasley at 2.
that was in.
Oh yeah,
that was in.
Was that before?
I didn't
Yeah.
know the time frame he said. I couldn't remember.
Mhm. Says
Yeah,
D Wade. Yeah,
Right.
Oh yeah, Michael
That's
Beasley.
right. That's right.
Yeah,
They got
Mhm.
bees. That's right.
Since Michael Beasley.
should
I'm
have
sorry,
worked out, man.
since Dwayne Wade. Yeah.
Yeah, a long time ago.
All right,
That's
fellas.
on
Well,
the
speaking of picks and speaking of making the right picks, Splash Sports is all about not tanking and making the right picks. You see, on Splash Sports, you have an opportunity to make a killing by putting your basketball knowledge to the test. And here's what's also the best thing is when you put money up on Splash Sports, you have the opportunity to win because they have the highest multipliers in DFS. That's daily fantasy sports. There's no point in going to another app and only playing when they give you 20 times what you put in or 30 times what you put in when you can come to Splash Sports and make 50 times what you put in. You're essentially just leaving money on the table if you don't go with Splash. But also, you will get a free $50 when you use code CHOICE and play just $5. That's right. You will get a free $50 when you use code CHOICE. Ladies and gentlemen, the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. March is in full effect. Baseball is starting up. This is the perfect season for you to get in on the action and get your money up right here on Splash Sports. Download the app. You can scan this QR code on the screen or click the link in the description. Use code CHOICE and redeem that $50 and cash in on 50 times what you put in. It's so simple and easy. We are going to show you how to do it right here and right now. We got a good game going on tonight, y'all. We got a hell of a Tank-A-Thon game. The Wizards versus the Jazz. You guys want to do that, or you want to do the Rockets versus the Wolves?
Wizards Jazz.
Let's do it. Wizards
Rockets,
Jazz.
Wolves.
Wizards Jazz.
Oh brother,
Damian, Wizards Jazz or Rockets Wolves?
Wizards Jazz. Come on, man.
All
That's
right, come on.
the
Let's
theme
do
of
it,
the
man.
show.
Let's have a little fun. Let's
theme
have
of
a
the
little
show,
fun.
man.
All right.
We don't even know who gonna play because
exactly. Betting on
They're trying to out tank each other, so we don't even know who gonna
Yuck.
crazy.
Can I get Walter Clayton threes? I know where to start. Actually, no. Hell no.
Considering
It's
he
Bailey
plays
is hooping.
considering what
24 and a half points.
I don't know how you're gonna do that, but shout out to him. But that's how much they tanking. I don't even know what team Walter Clayton plays for anymore. Shout out to
You don't
him.
play for the Jazz?
He's a Grizzly.
Yeah, he ain't in Utah no more. He was part of
Yeah,
that.
shout out to you, Ron. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Jaren Jackson trade. Man.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. See, they put him in the jersey. They duped me. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Ace Bailey, 24.5 points. Look, he
Hell
getting
no.
up there now.
Hey.
All right, Mars, you going more or less on that?
Nah, I want Will Riley. I don't want Ace Bailey. I want Will Riley.
I'm saying, but would you go more or less on that? Ace is my dog.
I mean, shit, I'll probably go less, but he been hooping recently, so I ain't gonna problem with it. But
yeah,
Demon
I'm
Will
sorry.
Riley about to have like 24 tonight. So, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ace. I gotta go less on you. I want to go more, but like, yeah, nah.
All right. Is this the game that we only picking on Ron?
Yeah. Wizards and Jazz. We gonna show these tanking teams a little bit of love.
Oh boy.
We got to show people that we really got basketball knowledge.
It's a bad start when you said Walter Clayton, but I mean,
That was a joke.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not. But okay.
But still, yeah, I like that. I like that, big guy.
Sure, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are we gonna play defense? Yeah, it's correct.
Oh man, it just gotta fall in his lap.
What's that, Cody Williams? Game time?
Yeah.
Ox, type in the Jazz. You know, we might be forgetting.
Victor
Name it.
Wembanyama playing today. Luka playing today.
My moneymaker, real talk.
Pascal Siakam, Kawhi playing
Yeah,
today.
my moneymaker is playing today. Real talk. But I got to deal instead.
We over here worried about if Cody Williams playing. Goodness gracious.
Ron,
Shout out
what's
to
the
him.
No.
Whose turnovers is that?
I want to hear this from y'all too because y'all love tanking.
I
Yeah.
never
Okay.
said. I
Ox, go
literally
down.
said I don't like it. What are you
You
talking
do too. You love it. Y'all said it. I heard
No,
it from you,
I don't.
Andrew.
This is
Enjoy
awful.
it. Keep enjoying it.
I
Have
can't do
fun.
nothing about
Has
it.
Ace got
Type in the
3 pointers?
Wizards.
Ron, can I take a look at
Yeah, we already got Ace's points though. We can change it to his threes though. Click on Ace.
what does Trey Johnson's line look like with the long ball?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Click on Ace Ox.
Who?
Yeah,
Mars,
what
stop
was
acting
it?
like they ain't come from you. You know that. was
Nah,
I
me.
mean, it
Uh,
didn't because the music I got playing is not that.
It's-
Nah,
He
keep
doesn't
him-
have
keep him
threes,
less
Damien.
points. Yeah, keep him less points. That's all right.
All right, chill. You said Trey Johnson.
Can I take a look at Trey
Trey
Johnson's
Johnson.
line?
Is he even gonna be playing?
I don't know. Let's find out.
It's time to
No
take
Trey.
some Bilal Coulibaly buckets.
No Trey bag, unfortunately.
Cool. Oh, he's game time decision. All right,
just-
my man. No, damn.
Look at one
All
of
right.
game time decisions.
Real talk.
All right, Watkins.
Right away.
Hey.
Real talk.
It's
That's what
on
we
you,
do.
Watkins.
Those playing.
We just
Hey, you
give
know
it-
what?
Jameer Watkins. Oh
Let's
my-
go, Watkins. Come on, man. Show us some love. Hey, man, I got my man Jameer cracking 2 threes, man. What you
Yeah,
think? What you think, y'all?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually intrigued by this game now.
Yeah, let's do it. I might tap in for a quarter or two. Absolutely, yo.
Tanking teams need love too, man.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they love
The love they get
they
is the
don't.
draft
No, they don't.
lottery.
Yeah, the ping
No, they
pong.
don't.
Yeah, the ping pong.
The love they get is the draft lottery, man.
That's
We don't
it.
need-
Right.
Like
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm perfectly fine to say these teams have not been on the watch list for a little minute. All right, we good.
Mars,
Well, they're gonna be on the watch list tonight because we put them on the slip. We got Ace Bailey going less. This one hurts me, but we got Ace Bailey going less than 24.5 points. We got Will Riley going more than 17.5 points. We got B. Carrington, my man Bub, going more than a steal. We just need one steal, Bub. And then we got Jameer Watkins going more than 1.5 threes. Come on, Jameer. Show us that you about that action, man. Max contract coming up soon. Shout out to everybody that is going to take these picks and do it too. Taking teams need love as well. You guys heard that was just said. But if you don't want to go with these picks, I understand. And you guys make some better picks. And you guys join the winner's circle with us. Either way it goes, we getting splashed.
29% from 3, and you took
Wait. Go back. Go back.
Ain't no
I want to
going
redo.
back. Ain't
I
no
want to
going
redo.
back.
It's too late.
Ain't no
Too late.
going
I'm
back.
calling-
That
It's too
percentage is
late.
going up
Ain't
today.
I'm calling my
going
splash
back.
rep.
Something about
They
Will.
tricked
Let's
us.
be giving
They
bread
tricked
away
us,
around
man.
here.
Hey, Mars.
Hello.
Mars, have you listened to that CD yet?
Oh hell no!
No. Of
I
course.
don't even know where it is anymore.
Hey,
I don't even know where it
man, find it and ship it to me. I want to listen. I'm intrigued.
You want to listen to the? You could have bought something from the Reggae Boys. No, now you better pay me. What the hell? You pay me.
They saw Mars ass coming
Yeah,
from down
they
the block.
I ain't giving that
They
shit.
thought
They
they were
saw
gonna
Mars
platinum
ass
after.
coming.
They thought they were going platinum after that shit.
They might.
saw
Hey, if
Mars
you
ass
see the
coming
Reggae
from
Boys
down
going
the
viral,
block.
remember that it was my investment. I got them on the road to virality.
Yeah.
I do want to ask y'all something though, because there is a very important game going on tonight, in my opinion, which is Oklahoma
Last
City
one?
against
Oh.
the Boston Celtics.
Yes.
Very interesting stat that I heard from Jason Tiff. Shout out to Jason. I pointed out that the Celtics this year against the top 10 teams in point differential, they are 6-14. So meaning they haven't been beating these better teams in the league. So I'm just wondering, like, they got Tatum this time. They're playing. Is Tatum going to play tonight? Because I know the first time they played OKC, he didn't play. Tatum's going to go?
He's going.
I think this is kind of like, this is a big game for Boston, in my opinion. I do think if they want to get one on one of the better teams and have some encouragement going into the playoffs, even though, you can't change that record in one game, you can at least have
Measuring
a great
stick game,
feeling. Great feeling that you beat OKC. So I just wanted to see how y'all felt about, number one, that record, because that was a big shock to me. I didn't know that Boston was struggling against some of the better teams in the league to that degree. But
It is worse than the Bucks and the Bulls against the top 10 teams.
yeah,
It's not nothing. It's not nothing.
No, it is not. It is not nothing either. I do agree with that.
I mean, not many teams win more than half their games against them. There's only 5 teams that have, and that's the Pistons, Spurs, Thunder, Knicks, and Timberwolves. Everyone else is below 500 against.
I mean, but you would think that for the record that Boston has, and like their net rating is top tier in the league, their offensive defensive ratings are like both top 5, I believe. They're supposed to be, theoretically, statistically, one of the teams that are above 500.
That's because they're 21-5 against the bottom 10 teams. It's just, this is why I said regular season and playoffs is different. It's like their regular season strategy, no Tatum, of like the offensive rebounds and 3-point rate, blah blah blah, that can beat the non-playoff teams routinely, and that's why you can rack up regular season wins. But when it comes to playoff competition, talent is going to separate itself, and this is a team that has been lacking talent. So when you're playing up against teams that also maximize possessions, but actually have like better players, you end up putting yourself in a hole. That's why they're 16th in offense in those games. It's just hard to generate offense outside of Jaylen Brown, which is why, once again, I think he's their best player. It's just, you don't always play the best teams in the regular season. You play the Jazz, the Wizards, all these other teams, and it's like, yeah, you can beat those teams just off hustle, grit, and understanding the value of possessions. But yeah, I think with Tatum back, they in theory are a better team. They're also 20-5 against the middle 10 tems. So they're 41-10 against the non-top 10 teams.
Yeah.
That explains.
Yeah,
So
Quite.
They need this one.
They're 6-14.
They need this one.
You said it wasn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
6-14 against the top 10.
So that's four games below 5, right? Against
Yeah.
But even at the top of the West, I think if San Antonio win out, I think OKC has to go 9-8-2. Is it 7-3?
Well, yeah. OKC are 3 games up with 10 games left. So, and San Antonio have the tiebreaker. So San Antonio would have to go 10-0, OKC 7-3 to get the 1 seed, which is
but
it's doable. But that would mean San Antonio go 33-2 to close the year.
Crazy.
I think.
Yikes.
I'm curious to know though, real talk. So
if
they're four below 5 for the top teams, right? And with the point difference and everything you pointed out, that means those games that they lost against those top teams had to be pretty close games, right? Like they weren't getting blown.
Oklahoma City beat them by 2 real
Their
talk.
net rating against the top 10, I can
Oklahoma
find
City
it.
beat them by 2 points.
Yeah.
Their net rating against the top 10 is -5, which
In
isn't
Oklahoma
great.
City, by the way.
It's not the worst. It's
not. Yeah.
It
was 2.
I'm curious to know who, like, of those middle of the pack good teams, or even the bottom half of the top 10 teams, if you will. I think Boston finds somewhere in there, right? Who is playing better than that against those top teams?
Phoenix were playing better than that. I just seen that. Phoenix, where are they? Phoenix actually have a worse net rating, which means when they lose, they get blitzed, but they win more games.
Right.
They're 10-16 against the top 10.
That's I'm talking about.
just let go of
So
the
it's like,
refs.
what would you rather? Would you rather lose more often, but most of your games are competitive, or
No,
win more
absolutely
often, but when you lose, you're getting a
That's
better.
what I was about to say,
I'd
Mars.
I will say part.
I'd rather
I
have a
know
better
for a
record.
fact part of that is because they lost by 50 to OKC this year. Part of that is
Right.
definitely because they
Yeah,
lost.
you get
that's
that
doing
So
a
that's
lot.
definitely
Yeah.
skewing because these are like
Uh-huh.
20 game samples for all teams, 25 games. So that's definitely part of it. But their record is better. The Lakers also have a better record, but their net rating is slightly worse.
Mhm.
The Magic have about the same record with a similar net rating.
Okay.
Golden State have a better record and their net rating is very equal. The Hornets have a slightly better record and a slightly better net rating against the top 10 teams. Miami have a better record and better net rating, and then the Clippers, Nuggets, Cavs, Rockets, Thunder, Spurs, Thunder, Timberwolves, Knicks, Spurs, and Detroit all have way better records, way better net ratings. And those 5 teams I just said, OKC, Minnesota, New York, San Antonio, and Detroit, all have a positive net rating, with Detroit having the best net rating of all of them and a 70% win percentage. They're 14-6 against the top 10 teams, which is
I'd
very.
rather have a better record.
So real talk, and
Yes, sir.
Two things. Number one, Ox. So either we going out and we having a fantastic time, or they calling the cops and we gonna end up in jail at the end of the night. One of those two.
I do
things.
know that. I do know that.
Pretty much, that's
Lakers
yeah.
area.
That's
Not worth it. Nah,
and number
Ron,
two,
I'm in
it-
That sounds like a good time to me either way it goes.
Yeah, man, a blowout doesn't count as 2 losses on the season. I don't know.
No, it doesn't.
It
And real-
does not.
And real
yeah,
talk.
but if
what
it's
I- what I-
Friday night, I'm in here till Monday. I can't see him till Monday. I'm
no, you can't. Nope. Mm-mm.
Luckily, they only
You
played
ain't,
Denver.
and
on
you
a
ain't never
Tuesday,
spent the
man.
weekend in the slammer?
No, absolutely not. Ox. No.
No, sir.
And real talk, what I wanted to put on your
It's a hell of a
mind
time,
because what it sounds like one, it sounds like fool's gold. But on the flip side to that, right? But on the flip side to that, are we not playing with house money considering what was going on in the beginning of the season and what this group was supposed to look like in terms of all the turnover and all the attrition that we had? Then on top of us not having our group the way we had them, and then we weren't even expected to get Jason Tatum back this season. Like we weren't sure if we were going to get him back. Only except we did get him back, and we're still at the top of the league. So anything that we do moving forward, is it not fair for me to say that, yo, this is basically bonus because we weren't supposed to be, even in here, there weren't
I
many
think
people
that
who thought we were
mindset
going to be
shifted
that
though.
good.
Absolutely not.
I think that mindset shifted though, Chill. I think that since Tatum's come back, especially, I think they believe that they can do some major things. Which, to Real Talk's point, that stat is not flattering. And the Knicks are about to jump them, by the way, in the standings. I think the Knicks have won what?
And the Knicks
7
have beaten
in a row?
them 2 of the 3 times that they played them, by the way.
Yeah, I think the Knicks are on like a 7-game win streak from memory.
Yeah, they're on a 7-game win streak, but the Knicks got some tough games too. They play Charlotte tomorrow. They play OKC in OKC on Sunday. Then they got the Rockets next Tuesday. They got to play Charlotte again. They got to play who else they got? I can't remember the rest of their games, but they got some. Oh, they got to play Boston as well. So like the Knicks don't got like a sweet schedule.
No.
Yeah, but to
That-
your point,
it was some-
though, Damien, it's that I don't believe just because the outside talk was that we don't think the Celtics were going to do this or do that. I don't believe that the Celtics thought that because they came in hot. They didn't come in like, oh, we're not supposed to be here. They came in competing like, no, we still would. Or shout out to Jason Tatum, but we still got a guy, and we still got a heck of a team around him, and we're going to compete. We're going to fight, and so I don't think they look at this as a bonus. I think they look at it like this is where we're supposed to be. We got our man back. He's working some things out, knocking the rust off himself. Then we got Big Vooch coming too. I don't think they look at this as a bonus at all. I think the Boston Celtics think they're supposed to win a championship this year.
Well, with that being said, did we come in thinking that though, Ox? Because
But they did.
This is what I'm talking about. Them. We're going to come in and we're going to be competitive, and we're going to with Simons and Howe and Hauser, right, and Peyton Watson, and we don't know what we got with this kid Manat, right? We don't know what's going to happen with Jordan Walsh, but we're going to compete. Now, as time goes on, come to find out, maybe we're a lot better than what we thought we were going to be. Because I don't think that they.
They knew Jaylen Brown was as good as they knew he was.
Okay, we knew
that you didn't know how good Jaylen Brown was.
We look. This was the reasoning for me even like bringing that up is because y'all know my position really about the Celtics this year. I don't think they're that good. I think a lot of people are being fooled by this record. I have not been high on the Celtics this year. They have a formula in which that wins basketball games in the regular season, but if it's something, a stat that shows you that every time that they play good competition, they've lost this year, I think that then misrepresents the version of Tatum that y'all think is needed to actually advance.
You can't say
this.
every time.
Oh, no, just
Let
me finish.
Okay.
Yeah, because let's not get stuck on that. What I'm saying is, because what I've heard is like, oh, the Celtics only need like 70% Tatum and they'll be all right, and it's like, no, I don't believe that.
They lost OKC by how many points?
I think they need Jason Tatum to be performing at very high levels, and I don't think 70% Jason Tatum with this squad is just ramaging.
So then what's the point of bringing up net ratings and stuff if you're pointing out that they're competing with these guys even before Jason Tatum came
because
back?
it's just in the regular season. That's why.
But why? What does that matter, Chill? What's the point of bringing up net ratings?
Because the point
only bring up the record. Only bring up the record. Don't bring up the fact. Don't bring up the fact that they're competing with these teams. If you're going to turn around and say that they're losing when these other teams are getting blown out by these teams that they're competing with before Jason Tatum gets back.
Are you going to let me finish?
So what's the point?
You asked me a question.
As you were saying, real
let
talk.
me answer it.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm pointing out is the fact that they dominate mid and bad teams. That's my point. That's why I brought up the statistics.
And they're not getting dominated by anybody.
Damn, can I finish?
And they're not getting dominated by anybody.
Cool. What I'm saying,
yes, they are. They got dominated by the Detroit Pistons. Detroit beat them 3 or 4 times that they played them.
Yeah,
and Knicks have beaten them 2 or 3 times that they played them.
And they got a point guard. That dude can't even breathe. That dude can't even breathe. So what's that matter?
That they played have beaten them more than they've beaten all the good teams. That's what happened.
They haven't been dominated by anybody. Did you not hear the numbers Real Talk gave you? Did you not hear the? Okay, so what's the point? Okay, so what's the point of bringing up that rating then, Chill?
Congratulations.
What's the point of bringing up the numbers then?
Champion. All we doing is winning games.
What's the point of bringing up the numbers then?
And in 09, this sounds like the same thing, Real Talk, that the Cleveland Cavaliers were doing. The Cleveland Cavaliers was running through the NBA, but the better teams that they were playing against, they were losing. They were losing against the Celtics. They were losing against the Orlando Magic. They were losing against the better teams. That's the point. Now, the net rating, the reason why the net rating he's bringing it up is because this is what it looks like. These are what the numbers look like in the regular season. When we get to the playoffs,
so what the numbers going to look like in this playoff?
When we get to the playoffs, when we have different teams that we're going up against, we've already seen the Celtics. We already seen the Celtics shoot themselves out of a series. They were going to lose that series
in the first round. They're not going to be playing any of those teams that Real Talk was just talking about.
Really?
Right? No, really, they're not. They're not going to be playing those teams. They might be playing. For all we know, they might be playing Atlanta, right?
Right.
And then so your man Jason Tatum is going to still be working his way back. By the time they end up playing one of these teams, whoever they play, they might be playing the sorry ass Cavaliers. And by that time Jason Tatum is back in stride.
Sorry,
Kevin. So those numbers that came from November, December, those numbers don't matter no more.
Yes,
this is a whole. Why would they matter if Jason Tatum is back now and Vooch is back? How those are two different teams. See, Chill, you be talking about what a team did last year. Roster ain't even the same. You bring up what a franchise
that's the point that I was
5
making
years
before,
ago. That's not even the same
team. That's the point that I was making before the season.
It's not
the
same
point that I was making before the season started.
It's not
but
the same team.
You had a point, Real Talk. I apologize.
Okay.
Right
quick.
Bow out, because that's not the same team.
Real talk. Before you make your point. Real talk. Before you make your point, hold on right quick. I asked my man sent through two $50 super chats. I didn't get around to the last one. I just want to read this one before Real Talk makes this point. All right, Real Talk. You got a super chat from Can We Change Subject? Can We Change Subject said Chill and Real Talk trying to push that Tatum agenda.
What agenda is that? What agenda are we
trying
to push?
I'm not trying to push a Tatum agenda.
You mean disingenuous?
No, I'm not. If you
both
let me finish and answer
both
the question.
Real Talk, I'll cook you like I just cooked your man's right here too.
You didn't cook anything.
Let me know when you're ready.
You didn't cook nothing.
Let me know when you're ready.
All he's doing is bringing up numbers, and he's burning the bottom of the pot.
Bringing up numbers and trying to push the agenda.
In fact, that's why you keep talking, because you don't want me to make this short reel I'm finna cook. So just sit back and relax, brother. So look, this is what I'm saying. I brought up the net ratings because I think a lot of people think that symbolizes that the Celtics are this really good team, and they're a 70% Jason Tatum away from making a finals run. What I'm saying is when you dig deeper into the numbers and you see the context and you see, oh, yeah, if a team is both top 5 in offensive rating and defensive rating, then you would think they would be one of the teams that are really good against the better teams in the league, because what it says is they have a very elite offense and defense. But come to find out, when they play these better teams, it's not going their way. And so what I have been saying all year is, hey guys, I don't even know why, even if Jason Tatum comes back, why you all believe they're just going to beat everybody in the East, when, in my opinion, they had a better team last year with a better version of Tatum playing last year, and they still lost. I've never understood the concept of, oh, we're going to get 70% Jason Tatum back, and then we're just going to ramage through the East. No, that's not how that's going to work. They've been overperforming all year. That's why I've been giving a big shout out to Joe Mazzulla. But if you guys think that this team is a 70% Jason Tatum away when they had a better roster last year and a better Jason Tatum last year and still lost, I don't know what you're talking about personally. I don't. Yes, this team is different from them stats that you brought up, Ox. But let me ask you this. Does Vucevic and in this version of Tatum make them a better team than they were last year?
Well,
are they better without
Vucevic is better? Vucevic is better than Al Horford.
He ain't better than Porzingis though.
Well,
you should say Vucevic better than Al Horford.
What Porzingis? I don't know. Porzingis the one that couldn't play. The one that couldn't play. That Porzingis, sick Porzingis. What did he do? Peyton Pritchard got better.
Okay, but was he better?
Cater got better. He's playing.
Mm-hmm. He did get better, but
Jordan Walsh got better. He's playing.
Are we suggesting
a bunch of players got better? Joe, and I mean, according to y'all, Joe Mazzulla got the answers to everything. So why not?
What do you mean?
Vucevic is better than
why not?
Okay.
Did you feel the same real talk last year?
This version of Vucevic is better than last year. Al Horford, absolutely.
Did you feel the same real talk last year when the Knicks had a poor record against the top teams? Or did you believe that they had enough
No, he
star
didn't
power?
because he's only a Jaylen Brown hater. That's all.
Oh, this Jaylen Brown hate?
No, this is not Jaylen Brown. I hate that everything
dumb.
boils down.
I can't understand why it would be Jaylen Brown hate. That's what I thought it was. Yeah, that's what I thought.
No. Last year, I wasn't
the truth is the truth.
I wasn't particularly.
But it's not the truth.
Knicks, no.
It's not the truth at all. He hasn't said anything bad about Jaylen Brown.
I haven't said anything
He
bad
hasn't
about
said
Jaylen
anything
Brown.
bad about
Not
Jaylen
one
Brown.
thing.
Now you can't read between the lines. Still?
No,
He
he
just attributed all the success to Joe Mazzulla.
No, I didn't.
He didn't acknowledge that. See, y'all don't want to acknowledge that Jaylen Brown is career high in points, rebounds, and assists. Y'all don't want to acknowledge that.
Absolutely, we recognize that.
I said he before when we're doing predictions about the teams and the All NBA teams. I said Jaylen Brown was going to have a very great year and make All NBA. I said that before the season. I don't have a problem with Jaylen Brown. Why would I have a problem with Jaylen Brown?
I didn't.
Why
would I have a problem?
I know. I tried to tell you 4 years ago how good Jaylen Brown was.
You didn't. Okay, you didn't think he'd be this good 4 years ago. That's just not true. But you did. He is better than what is better than what I thought. Now, as far as this Celtic roster, is pretty similar to what it was last year. But the guys that was on the roster last year, they did improve. Did I expect them to improve the way that they did this year? Right? I did expect Cater to get better. I did expect this kid, Shireman, who was a rookie last season, I did expect him to give you some minutes, but I didn't think that he was going to be that integral in what they were doing. No, I didn't, right? Luke Cornett was gone, so now you got a rotation big that's gone, and on top of losing Al
Cater better than him.
Okay, and let's just say for the sake of argument, that's true. Sure.
No, not for the sake of argument. Let's just tell the truth. He's better than him.
You think Cater is better than Al Horford? Not Al Horford. I'm sorry. You think Cater is better than Luke Cornett? Well, all right. Let's stay with that.
He is.
But then guys like Jordan Walsh, who was out the rotation. Like Jordan Walsh wasn't really playing nearly as much, right?
Well, because Jason Tatum was healthy.
right? Jason Tatum was healthy, but I did not expect him to be the rotation player that he became this year. Same thing
And
with
a
this
hell of
kid,
a defender too, Chill.
He can play. I'm not arguing that point. I actually loved him coming out of college. With that also being said, a lot of these guys weren't nearly as experienced as the other guys that they had with Derek White, with Drew Holiday, with Cornette, with Jason Tatum, with Jalen. So what Missoula has is Missoula's got some players that he can work with. That's what he has initially. And to Real Talk's point, it looks good because I'm just implementing my system with the guys that I already have, and I'm giving them more responsibility, which I'm not going to speak for everybody, which me in particular, I did not think that they would be this good. But they were better last year. And because they were better last year, they still didn't win. Now we're in a space where these guys have to do more, and we're bringing back Jason Tatum, who was coming off a career-ending injury, and these dudes are just going to walk right through the Eastern Conference. I'm losing.
Nobody said quick, Ox. Nobody said they're going to walk through the East.
This dude right
Nobody
here said that. Said when Jason Tatum, 80%, they're the favorites in the East. He said
that doesn't mean walk through. That doesn't mean you walk through. That means you win. That means you win. That means you win in whatever fashion it means. That means you can win in 7.
OKC was the favorite last year. They didn't walk through the West.
Absolutely did not.
I'm saying like just because you're the favorite doesn't mean anything. And here's also my thing too though. Like just because they didn't win it last year, and just because they may have had a better team last year, doesn't mean that they can't win it this year. I'm almost positive the Boston Celtics can beat the Pistons. They can beat the Knicks, even though the Knicks beat them last year. This version of them can beat the Knicks, and they can beat the hell out of the Cavs. They can beat every team. I don't know why we're acting like this is just a ridiculous point. Real talk, that was a good point though. They were more talented last year. I don't necessarily know if they were better last year, but they were more talented last year, and they lost to the Knicks last year, which one would assume that since the Knicks acquired more talent, they got a little deeper, that the Knicks can beat them this year. However, the Celtics with the brand of basketball they play, and with the group of talented players that they have, and with the championship pedigree that they have, can still knock the Knicks off. And that's not a ridiculous statement. They got Jordan Clarkson. They got what's his name, Diawara. They got who else do they got? Jose Alvarado.
Oh, all right.
So they got a little more depth.
The sentiment around the Celtics, especially once they got Jason Tatum back, because now what we're not going to do is like rewrite what was going on. Like I know we do that about shit that happened 10 years ago. This happened like 10 minutes ago, bro. When Jason Tatum came back, the sentiment around the Celtics were, oh yeah, favorite. Oh, they finna go through the East. They've already been this good this regular season. I don't even know if they still should be the favorite right now. I really don't. I think obviously they're a better team now with Jason Tatum, but they're up there. If you want to say, hey, they can beat Detroit, they can beat the Knicks. I guess. But they were looked at with Tatum back as like, oh yeah, they are the favorite now. And I don't agree with that.
Real talk. With all due respect to my Detroit brethren out there, I don't know if we should be talking about the Pistons right now. I said this yesterday or the day before. Like let's leave the Pistons out of this for now. Just for now.
How do you mean, Ox?
What you mean? What you mean by that?
Well, Cade Cunningham.
Like they're the clear-cut best team, or no?
No. Until Cade Cunningham.
Oh, until Cade. Okay.
Until Cade Cunningham can play basketball. With all due respect to the Pistons, I think we should just chill for a minute.
I think I don't subscribe to they were this last year and they can't be this because they're worse this year, because I think in a lot of ways, not always, but in a lot of ways, each NBA season's created differently. But I think you have a point, Real Talk, in terms of in the playoffs you need star power, and we saw it with Houston last year. Boston can be, depending on how good Jason Tatum is when it matters most, is going to determine probably their ceiling. Now, do they have a puncher's chance with him at 70%? Maybe. Do they have a puncher's chance to come out the East? Maybe. But if we're talking about winning it all, yeah, you're going to need some star power, man, when it matters most. But I do think they have, these role players have gotten better, Chill. I do. Like Hugo Gonzalez is a gamer. Cade has gotten better. Peyton Pritchard has got more usage. It's only going to help him. Like these guys, it matters. That matters too.
If we want to actually like talk some, let me actually talk like a few basketball things very quickly as to which I do think why they're a worse team. Number one, they're bigs. Luca Garza and Kada, like, yeah, they're cool, they're good. But what made Boston at all times was, even if we wanted to go drop coverage, we had a Kristaps Porzingis who was still one of the better rim protectors in the league and one of the true stretch bigs offensively. And if not, we also have the versatility to switch because we can put Al Horford at the 5 and he can switch out and guard some of these perimeter matchups. But with Kada and Luca Garza, they are now strictly a drop team. They're strictly drop. So they're worse defensively, in my opinion. I know that they still have a very high defensive rating. I'm saying as far as personnel and versatility goes, to me, they're a worse defensive team now. I also think that they have lost offensive options in Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. And also, again, this version of Tatum. I really think they need a top-tier version of Tatum with this particular roster to do what people are saying they were going to do to the East. We have seen the Boston Celtics for not just the last couple of years. They've been really good since like damn near 2020. We've seen Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown with very talented rosters lose. Like, and to think that with a worse talented roster and what to me is going to be a worse talented or capable Jason Tatum at this time, I'm not looking at the Celtics any differently from the other top teams in the conference. I'm just not. They're in that group.
I've seen Jalen and Jason lose too. I've also seen Donovan and James Harden lose. I've also seen Cat and JB lose. Well, chill, please don't, because you guaranteed us they're going to lose because of James Harden.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying. I've seen Paolo and Franz lose. You know what I mean. I've seen Cade and Jalen Duren lose. I've seen Luka lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. I've seen SGA lose. I've seen Jokic lose. I've seen KD lose. So y'all stop me when I haven't seen somebody that I've seen Ant lose.
Yeah, but
yeah,
all of these
and I'm talking about the team around them.
Yeah, but
the only team right now, real talk, from where you're coming from right now, the only team that we can believe in is the Spurs.
Well, here's the difference though, Ox. With seeing those guys lose, you didn't ask. Well then, okay. But with seeing those guys,
and that is the team that I believe in.
But with seeing those guys lose, like, would you say the same thing? Would you guys say the same thing if I don't know, Victor Wembanyama was out for the majority of the season and San Antonio was playing the way that they were playing and they got Vic back in the last 20 games? Like, they're the overwhelming favorite now. Like, would we say that about them? Would we say that about Ant if Ant was out for the majority of the season and Minnesota was a top 5 seed and now they get Ant back? All of a sudden now Minnesota is the favorite?
No, not Minnesota, but I would say about against the Spurs because the Spurs look good when Vic's not in the game.
They 100% look good. But we talking about winning it. We ain't talking about.
I mean, it depends on Tatum.
We ain't talking about just winning a playoff series. We talking about marching all the way to the NBA championship.
I'm talking about the same thing you're talking about, Chill. And I think from what I've seen with the Spurs when Victor Wembanyama wasn't healthy and how good they were playing, all of them, not just Foxy. Everybody did their job. Everybody stepped up in the same way that Boston did for the whole 60 games that Jason Tatum wasn't around for. Yeah, just the way they stepped up and played, just like the Spurs. I would absolutely say, the Spurs can get it done because I believe the Spurs can get it done. I don't know if they will, but I think they can. The same way with Boston. I think Boston could absolutely get it done.
Can they get it done now? Even with Wemby playing the majority of the season, you think they can win it?
Who, the Spurs?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they can. I think there's a few teams that can do it. Right. I still believe in Denver too. I think there's a good 3-4 solid teams out the West. That I think.
But if you're looking at the reason why I'm asking is because Real Talk brought up Jason Tatum being better last year. Real Talk brought up the Boston Celtics from a talent standpoint being better last year. If I'm looking at
y'all opinion.
Okay, they were better from a talent standpoint. That's not an opinion.
Jason Tatum is not. That's not an opinion.
I'm not talking about Jason Tatum. I'm not talking about Jason
as a unit.
I'm talking about the team. I'm talking about as a unit.
As a unit,
more
from a unit and from a talent standpoint, as a unit, they were better last year. That is not an opinion. That's a fact. With that being said, With that being said, this season in the Eastern Conference,
Yo,
are
Kaden
we-
and Vooch are good. I don't know why y'all acting like they're not. Kaden and Vooch
I
are
never heard
dope.
you ain't talking.
Peyton
You
Pritchard-
didn't say anything about Vooch when he was in Chicago. As bad as they
Yeah,
were.
we
You
did.
weren't talking
We
about
talked
him.
about. We talked about
You didn't say
Chicago.
a fucking word about Vooch.
Chill. You know what?
did
You know
not.
what you know what else you claim? You also claim that I didn't tell you about Madison Booker 3 years ago. So I'm not counting on what you think and don't think I talked about. Okay,
I'm with you every day. I don't remember hearing you talk about Vooch.
Just because you don't remember it don't mean it didn't happen. We talked about the Bulls. We talked about
the Bulls being
I was just talking about.
That's
I
what
was
we
just
talked
talking about him.
And we
I
talked
was just
about how
no, we
bad
did
the
not.
Bulls were.
No, we did not. That's see there you go again. Because
we
when
not
the
talk about the
Bulls when the
Bulls
Bulls were
freaking us
rolling,
earlier in the
when the
season?
Bulls were
Did we not do
rolling,
that?
when
That
the
is
Bulls
not
were
true.
rolling, you were talking about Josh Giddey.
What do you mean? The
I was
Bulls
talking
were
about Josh
rolling?
Giddey.
First 6,
I was
7 games of the season. What are we doing?
Okay,
Al?
that's not my fault that Ron was making titles about the Bulls and we were talking about them. You can go back and watch the shows.
No talk about Vooch.
Okay,
The
we
35-year-old
weren't talking about Vooch when he was hitting game winners. We weren't talking about Vooch when he was
hit
stretching
one
the defense.
game winner.
I wasn't talking about Vooch. I wasn't talking about. No, he did not.
He hit that game winner against Philly.
He hit another
What other
one
game
too,
winner did he hit?
He hit another one. So this is my thing, Chill. We all talked about Vooch. And I was talking about, and you got to remember, chat. Listen, how many times have I came up here and said, wow, I didn't know until I got on Player's Choice that Vooch was sorry. I used to come up here and talk about Vooch and everybody, oh, he does this. He can't do this. I came up here.
Nobody said that Vooch was garbage.
Okay.
Not one of us up here said Vooch was garbage. But
all right, Chill. See what I'm saying? See, no, now you're rewriting history because I came up here multiple times. And said I didn't know until y'all told me. I believe Mars told me. I believe oh my God, there was a bunch of y'all up here that kept telling me, oh, Vooch ain't all that. So how many times, chat, have I been up here saying, oh, I didn't know Vooch was
you
weak until y'all told
have
me.
always big. Yeah, no, I know this for a fact. You have always bigged up Vooch. It's just you've always been wrong about him as a player.
See, once again, real talk is one of those guys.
No, I'm not saying
he
trash. I'm not saying he trash.
I'm not saying
he trash.
But real talk. So regardless, okay. But real talk. Wait, hold on right there. So you can say that you don't think Vooch is good, but I just want you to witness. You are witnessing now that I've been speaking about Vooch before this week.
I already know. Yeah, I already know. Yeah.
I don't remember you talking about Vooch like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's not a better basketball player than Porzingis.
This dude in the chat, Kareem
This was sick. He wasn't even playing.
Because Kareem in the chat
played in the
said
playoffs.
Phil said Vooch is the uncle
Like
you
4
can't let around your
games.
kids. Goofball.
No, that
That's
was
not
the
what I
other
said.
run.
What I
That was the
said
other run.
was Vooch was the older guy who shouldn't be hanging around us, but you like, you know what? He's cool. That's what I said. Get your story straight when you talk about me, you goofball. That's what I said about Vooch. And this was earlier in the season. It's kind of Ox, and you are the resident lawyer. It's people like Kareem who end up people in the penitentiary for stuff that they didn't do because of goofballs like him.
Stay away from them type of people, too. Stay away from them.
Stay away.
But
ladies
also,
and gentlemen in the draft, stay away from people like that. I promise you.
Also, as soon as Vooch came to the Celtics before he fractured his hand, whatever he did, when he came to the Celtics, he gave him a whole new level of play, being able to post up and work on the block, being able to stretch the defense. I was speaking on that as soon as he got there too. I think Vooch helps this team so much. So I think
he improves them or helps them have a better
offense. That's one
thing.
He
also hurts the defense.
But that's one thing though. Real talk that I will.
They used to have a player that could do both.
I do believe that this last month of Jason Tatum, had he been paired with Vooch, I think it looks better than it has so far. And Vooch will be back here in a couple hours. You know what I'm saying? He's coming right back.
You know, Al Horford and Porzingis used to be able to do both those things at the same time. They could help their offense with spacing at the 5 and Porzingis even vertical spacing at the rim and be good defensive players. With Vucevic, you are choosing one. I'm saying they used to have players that did both.
But I think Kata's a very good defender. You know?
Real talk. Do you have
Kata's a hell of a defender?
If the playoffs started
Yo, and
today,
Damien,
real
after
talk-
this point, we got to move on. Go ahead, do your thing.
I was just gonna get him to run down the teams right now he has ahead of Boston if the playoffs started today in the East. That's all.
Today is March the 26th. I'm talking the 25th today is? Yeah, today's the 25th. And if the season ended today, The play-in tournament already happened. The season ended today. Boston got Philly in round 1. Do they beat them?
They beat the hell out of them.
I mean, who playing for Philly? Look,
Yeah, who
nah,
playing
I
for
got
Philly?
He
Boston.
back Philly
Who
and
playing for
6,
Philly?
man.
Look.
I
Don't
got-
start him.
Play for
off.
Philly.
Philly and 6.
Hey, man.
Philly and 6. Pull George back tonight. Be humble. Maxi back soon. Embiid back soon. Philly and 6. We just resting up.
They've stuck around that 6-7.
They got to see, but see they got to win in the play-in though, y'all.
I'm
Right.
winning the plan. No worry.
But hold on, no. The initial question is real talk. Who all do you have ahead of Boston?
In the East,
Yeah.
the Knicks.
He's been high on the Knicks. Real talk's been high on the Knicks all year long.
I think that's
And-
fair. I think that's fair.
Just one team.
No, that's
Oh.
it. I'm saying, look, it's a
that's
crapshoot
fair.
in the Eastern Conference. That's what I'm saying. I don't have Boston as no favorite because Tatum back. Bro, the East is up in the air, bro.
So you just
And
did all
we've
this for
been
no reason then.
No, I didn't.
If you have one
No, I
team
didn't.
ahead of
No, I
them,
didn't.
then
No, I
something
didn't. I didn't.
you have one team
I
ahead
said
of them.
they shouldn't be the prohibitive favorites, and I proved my
I thought you got to
point.
run through 4 or 5 teams.
I proved
So
my
real,
point.
real talk. I'm with you on that, but I just want to be very clear on this because I like the chat to put me on record. I like the chat to understand where my stance is. I think I honestly I still believe that the East is pretty much wide open with those top 4 squads. And you know what? Shout out to Detroit. I'm praying for Cade's speedy recovery. I hope he is playing in the playoffs. So I'm gonna keep Detroit in that. But y'all know for the first four months of the season, I was flip flopping all over the East. Started with Orlando, went to New York, went to Miami, Boston, back to Miami, back to Boston. But since probably right before the All-Star break, I've been with Boston. So I want to say this real talk. I've had Boston winning the East before I knew Jason Tatum was coming back. So my stance isn't based on Jason Tatum. My stance is based on this basketball team.
All right, fellas, we're
Go
going
ahead,
to go ahead and change gears. There are some good things in the NBA that are happening. Some great things that are coming to the NBA. Some different rule changes. That is the 65-game rule change. It may be being changed. Also, there may be some contracts that might be voided. I want to talk about that. And also, obviously, there are 2 more teams that potentially, well, not even potentially anymore. There are 2 more teams that will be coming to the NBA, hopefully sooner than later. We will talk about that. But before we do anything, fellas, I know we have crunch time chats, but I want to get to these comments of the week. So let's go ahead and do this, fellas. We got top 5 comments of the week. The people showed up and showed out in the comment section after the show. So let's go ahead and give them their due diligence. These are our comments of the week. Let's get into it, fellas. The first comment of the week that we have is from Babylon 7536, episode 780, said, "Thank you, Ron, for blessing us with these extended streams."
Overtime.
Thank you, Ron, when I'm the reason them shows are going overtime, but I guess.
I won't take the credit. Mars, you got it.
That's fine. You got it. That's fine. That's fine.
Nah. I'm just Joe Mazzulla. You Jalen Brown.
I'd rather be Joe Mazzulla.
All right, the next comment of the week. Episode 800 from D World Greatest. D World's Greatest? D World Greatest said, "That Kawhi versus Braun section was painful for me. ... I literally disagreed with everyone, and I didn't even know how that's possible."
That's how you
That's
feel, right,
what I said,
Mars?
That
Yeah,
was,
that's what I said. There was a
funny
point where I
segment.
disagreed with everyone at
Yeah.
some point.
The conversation went a lot of different ways, so it can happen.
That's what happens when you got a bunch of people up here saying a bunch of different things.
That's what happened when you got them Bron Glazers up here with you, saying shit like he was as good defensively at his peak as Kawhi Leonard. That's what happened.
Shout out all the Braun Glazers, man.
And you just tone that down, real talk, because that's not even all that was said.
Yeah, but I mean, after going back and really doing my due diligence, I think I
This
do
man
got
Ron
Braun
ain't do
over
no
Kawhi.
due diligence. He just watched LeBron defensive highlights. I was like, oh, due diligence.
Hey, Mars, them highlights were spectacular. Hey, I think I do got Braun over Kawhi. You know, hey, I'm moved now.
Good job, bro. I want to do some homework.
Thank you. Big Mo 3692 episode 777 said over and under before y'all start calling the Lakers mid again.
They just lost to the Pistons, right?
Yep. Without
And
Kate.
mighty mid right there, yeah.
No,
Oh,
we just
beating
won
down
9 in a
today.
row. I'm not finna be. Yeah, no.
Back on track today, real talk.
So you're on a losing streak right now.
Indiana
Whatever.
today. No?
We'll get back in the win column today. I do want to see like a good game from Luka again. That'll be nice.
I'm sorry, real talk. For every 9 games you win, you lose 1. Damn, y'all suck.
No,
Who do the Lakers play tonight? Yeah, who do the Lakers play?
They got the
Pacers,
Pacers.
Indiana.
They got the Pacers,
Oh,
Brooklyn,
shit.
and Washington. The
Okay.
next 3 games.
Luka 55. Luka about that.
Yeah.
Y'all better not go into no damn Indiana and lose. I know that.
Indiana's
The
too
world
close
will-
to Washington right now. Indiana will make sure they lose the game. Don't worry. They'll make sure.
But what is the over under? How long do you guys have until everybody just starts saying the Lakers suck again and they're not that good of a roster?
Oh, let them drop 3 straight. Garbage.
Probably
Trash.
They
Change the
got a pretty
roster.
soft schedule. They got a pretty soft schedule to end. I think probably game 1 of the playoffs if they drop it.
I mean, they got they got the Pacers, the Nets, and the Wizards the next games. Then they got Cleveland and OKC. Maybe then if they lose back to back.
Sure.
Then they got Dallas and then they got OKC again. So if they lose back to OKC and they lose that game to Cleveland, maybe we'll start hearing it again.
I still think that Luka could he can sway some voters with these last 10 games and these 2 games against Oklahoma City. I think he can sway some voters.
What would it take, Chill? What would it take? Would he have to give what? What would he have to average?
Well, first of all, they got to win both of
Basically.
these games. That's number one. That's number one. He'd have to win both of these games. And I'm talking, and I don't think we need 50 or 40 from Luka. If I got a ridiculous involved like 10 points in the first quarter, 4 points in the second quarter, and then he's closing games with 15 and 16 in the fourth, and they're winning, and he's going band for band with SGA, and they're winning. I absolutely think that there's going to be some
chill. They are not going to give Luka Doncic the MVP. The
I didn't say he was giving it to him. I just said that
but I'm
some
saying
points.
that the media has
much
already
damage has been done.
turned back on Luka Doncic this quickly. 2 bad
Already?
games already turned their back on Luka Doncic. Now, for me
Damn.
personally, I do think SGA is the MVP. He's been the most consistent high-level player in the NBA this year, in my opinion. However, I'm already re-seeing Michael Wilbon and others talking about how Luka Doncic can't win the MVP because there's 2 sides of the court. I am so tired of Luka Doncic getting taxed as a one-way player when James Harden has won MVP. Nikola Jokic has won MVP. Steve Nash won it back-to-back. But now all of a sudden, it is a problem that Luka Doncic is a one-way player. What are we doing?
Well, to
Why
be
does
fair,
Wilbon
maybe
Wilbon
he
vote
didn't
for
vote for those
MVP?
guys. Yeah, maybe Wilbon didn't vote for those guys.
And he
But
does
I'm
have an
not just
MVP
saying-
vote, by the way.
It's hard when
He
you
does
got
have
Wemby out
MVP
there
vote,
playing.
but I'm
these
not
Said he
even
does.
saying
He
about
said he
just
does. I don't
them.
know.
It's others. It's others, Mars. There are others saying
real
this,
talk.
and I know damn well.
I don't think Wilbon turned on it. I think Wilbon just feels this way. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I mean? So I don't know if he's turning on Luka. And like what Mars was saying too, like he might not have voted for Jokic.
If anybody steals it from Shea this year, it's going to be Wemby.
I think Shea will probably get it
'Cause what?
still, but I do like to
Because
to
he is
Chill's
worthy
point,
of it.
to Chill's point, if
that's not what I was
if
gonna
Luka
say.
shows up against OKC and outplays SGA and continues to average 30 something plus for the rest of the season, he'll definitely get some votes. Like there's no way Shea already wasn't going to get it unanimously, but Luka could really shake it up, and Shea will still get it, so he wins it. But Luka,
I think Luka's
Y'all got the
closer
wrong
to
player
I think
shaking it up.
Luka's closer to finishing 4th than he is to finishing 2nd.
Yeah, y'all got the wrong
I agree
player
with you.
shaking it
I
up.
agree
They
with you.
ready
Wemby and
to get
Jokic
it.
are going to
MVP.
finish above Luka.
I think they.
I
They
agree
are
with you.
ready to give it to Wemby, boy. My goodness, the media.
I ain't gonna lie. I
darlings
said
are
it's unanimous.
Wemby's going to win it next year. They're going to give it to
Wemby,
Shea this year, and Wemby's going to win it next year.
what Wemby's been doing
He's making a good case there.
And the funny thing is, the numbers aren't even all that
You know what I'm talking
spectacular.
about?
It's just now, now y'all done turned on y'all televisions and y'all seeing the impact.
No, Mars just said it. Mars just literally said it. Mars, what he's been doing. What was the last thing you said, Mars? Damn. You know what? What happens if Oklahoma City plays the Lakers and absolutely Lucas starts to get busy and they win? Remember, there are going to be some voters that's like, damn, maybe I got to rethink this. I ain't saying all the voters, but there may be some
Wemby's
voters.
3-1 against OKC. So I mean,
Yes, he is. He's also 0-2 against the Warriors. Yes.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What the fuck are we done? Look, I
They
didn't
also-
anything
by the
till
way,
the
they
Lakers
also-
being OKC. Now you want to tell me about the Warriors?
They also 0-2. He's also 0-2 against the Cavs too, by the way. But anyway, back to what you were saying.
It's not a D Mitch versus Wemby race. Okay,
But D Mitch is in the race. And since you brought up,
is he?
What race?
What's
when
the
did he
Denver
get here?
record?
D-Mitch ain't no
What's the
goddamn
Denver
race.
record?
Okay, first of
What's his
all,
record?
D-Mitch better be
so
lucky
we
he
clear,
get third
Ron.
team All NBA.
Ron, just so we
He's
clear.
not even
Third
Mitchell
team
running.
is
I just want to,
When
yes,
did
it's
D-Mitch
ridiculous.
show
Ron,
up?
I just want to make sure that we clear, Ron. When we line up for the 100 meters in the Olympics, probably 2 or 3 of us are going to win. Probably 2 or 3 of us have a chance to win. It's 10 of us though.
That's right.
We are in the race. I am in the race.
Sure.
I guess, yeah, you're there.
I'm
Sure.
probably-
Okay, so everyone who's played
Hey.
65 games is in the race.
Not
Reality.
everyone.
Now, because
No,
D-Mitch
not
probably
you
is
got-
going to
you got
finish
a
with like
candidate.
top
Oh,
10.
you're
not
eligible.
everyone.
You're in the
No, not
race.
everyone.
I guess.
Eligible, but not a
you
candidate.
got two Jamaicans, a couple Americans, you know what I'm saying, and they all in the middle.
You got an
got
Italian
the-
dude.
No
Yup.
disrespect, Mars. You got the dude from Great Britain over there in
Yup.
lane 9.
You got an
You
Italian
got,
dude.
you know what I'm saying? You got
Don't worry,
the
we don't
Canadian.
know.
You got the Canadian kid in lane 1. Hey, we not. Come on.
The reason the camera focuses on these
They-
people
they-
like you. I guess
they-
you're
they-
participating, but no one even knows. Usain Bolt
Yeah.
off celebrating. You still trying to finish the race. Ain't no one watching you. Like
They
I
damn near
guess.
jogging. They damn near jogging in. shit.
Usain Bolt all the way doing this, and he's still trying to catch up. Like, yeah,
It's
I guess
crazy.
we're in the race.
It's crazy
Salute to
because
you.
they're flying as well, which is insane.
Yeah, shout out to you.
All right,
You ran a
fellas.
They're
10
running so fast.
10-0-4. You ran a 10-0-4. Unfortunately, there
Before
was a guy
we-
running 9.63, so I don't know what to tell you. Bye bye.
Before we get back to this in the race conversation, we got to get back to these comments of the week. The next comment of the week I got is from Hellcat Say Meow. Episode 779 said, Batman can lift 1,000 pounds.
Okay,
He's
Batman-
most certainly a superhero.
Okay,
Sounds
Batman
like
It was
goes-
a
Will.
fabulous segment. It was an excellent segment.
It was.
Okay, Ron, first
Apparently,
of all,
people enjoyed that one.
do you
It
guys
is.
remember
fun.
Batman like with Alfred? Batman was just a dude. Since when can Batman lift 1,000 pounds?
Superman's
Comic-
just
you're
a
not
dude
reading the
when he
comic.
puts his
Yeah,
suit on.
comic Batman is different to movie
Comic Batman
That's
is a
right.
That's why I
superhero.
said. That's why I said there's a lot I don't know, which is why I'm fine. to
And
just
by
say
the
I'm
way,
wrong.
Ron,
People trying to
Superman is
educate
not
Mark-
just
He
a
Mark
goes
dude.
Comment.
crazy in the comics.
Clark
He's an
Kent
alien,
is a dude. Clark
No,
Kent
he's
is quite literally a dude.
Superman's an
The
alien.
nigga
man.
goes to work, he puts his suit on, he chases around old girl. He is a dude.
Who,
Ron, do you know who?
Lois?
Do you know?
Yeah.
Who no, you really don't know who. Really don't know who. Clark Kent is the epitome of a dude that's acting like he's one thing when he's something else. You know
That's
who Clark-
what Batman- that's what Bruce Wayne is.
That's
Are you
not
being
like
serious?
That's like what
Yes,
Peter
you know-
Parker
That's
does
very
too.
true.
You know why I'm being
That's
serious,
what
Ron?
all of
Because
them do.
no, stop right there. No, stop right
Not
there.
not
real
Tony
talk.
Stark. He's not masquerading. He know,
stop right
everybody
No,
knows.
but Superman's
Tony
not from
Stark.
this.
Yeah,
yeah,
Who
they're not from
is who is Superman? He's not Clark Kent. Clark Kent is really Superman.
That's
He's
right.
masking it as Clark Kent. He's got superhuman ability. Bruce Wayne doesn't. He's just a rich dude. That's all he
That's
is.
not true.
He's so
Comic
much
book
more than that.
Batman was not just a rich man.
Okay,
He
so how
was-
did he
had
get? So
super-
just out of curiosity, how did he get
Super
superpowers?
intelligence.
How did he get
Batman's law to
superpowers?
how did he get superpowers?
Because look,
It
this
was
is what
written in the
happened.
script.
Super
Paul.
intelligence.
you tell me he
witnessed-
worked out really hard. I'm about to
No, I'm not gonna tell you. He
It got written in the
witnessed.
script,
He
Paul.
witnessed his parents get killed. Right? He
Yes,
witnessed his
yes.
parents get killed.
Traumatic
He goes
experience.
back to the mansion. He
Okay.
falls asleep in the cave
Cave.
that had bats in it.
Radioactive bat,
He woke
yeah.
up. He was super strong. That's what happened.
Is that?
You got
In my
Hey,
I don't
same
even
thing
know
like
if he's lying to me
Spider-Man.
right now.
Same thing
I
like
don't know if
Spider-Man.
he's
He got
lying
bit
to
by the
me.
bats.
No, he's not
He
lying.
got bit
He's
by
not
the
lying,
bats.
He's not lying, brother.
Huh?
He might
Look,
be telling
man.
me the truth.
He got
So he
bit
just
by
has-
bats. Just like
so he's
Spider-Man
just-
got bit by a spider and turned super. That's what happened with that.
Give me a break.
He got
shit,
it, man.
you might be telling the truth to me, man.
This whole thing
Shout-
just got
shout to
switched
that,
up. But
man.
go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry.
The next comment of the week is from what you looking here from the Shad Show 23, episode 78. You
Batman.
can't make this shit up. The Shad Show 23 said, "Real talk, dead ass be up here lying."
What was he talking about
we
that
just,
day?
we just go. I don't know, Batman.
I saw that comment. That was funny.
Just up here fibbing.
What was I lying about?
Episode 780. Let's see what.
Yeah,
happened.
what
Yeah,
we
episode
talking
long
about?
780. What was Real Talk lying about?
Yo,
I believe the comment of the week, by the way.
what?
Me too. I'm gonna believe the comment.
Hey,
I'll trust the Shad Show over
I always trust
over a
the Shad.
It was
janky
last
pastor.
Thursday's episode. wasn't it?
Episode 780. LeBron and Luka just put the NBA on notice. What was Real Talk yapping about?
Real talk. You the only pastor that be putting up flyers like a club promoter.
That's not true.
But that was the day we spoke about Kawhi and Bron. So I don't know.
You selling
What was
section.
you
You selling the pew like they sections at the club.
That's crazy.
Get your hand out of my
Yeah,
pocket.
Real Talk was lying
Section
episode.
two
I don't
is
know
crazy.
about what, but Real Talk
Yeah,
was
but
lying.
that's crazy, bro. Talk. Oh man.
Section few.
All right, the next comment of the week.
Well,
that
you
we
might be
have-
on to something, Ox. It's gonna be somebody that start that watch. It's gonna be
Shit.
probably
All
already
right.
doing it.
The next comment of the week is from Ty Baller, episode 781. This is the episode right after Real Talk was lying. Ty Baller said, "Everyone talks about the time Kobe had a 40-point streak, but what they don't know, or what they know about that player's choice 4-hour streak."
We did do that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Ox calls it what you call it, Ox? Casting?
Podding. No, we were podding.
Yeah, we were podding. Yes, word. Yes,
Y'all
sir.
put
We
in
were.
overtime for that? Or?
Yes, we did.
Podding, not fronting.
I definitely I signed my overtime slip. Yes, I did.
Absolutely.
I
I
signed
days
my
in a row,
overtime
4-hour
slip.
episode.
Podding when we
Give
were
the
talking
people
about
what they
John
want,
Stockton.
man.
I signed my overtime
Boy,
slip.
hey, Ox, you ain't potted that good. Boy, that was a A++ performance. You was potting about John Stockton. I gotta give it to
Appreciate
you.
that, bro.
I gotta give
Appreciate that. Just working hard, man. Working hard. Doing my job.
All right, the next comment of the week is hold on, wait. Oh, would you look at here? Big Ox Media.
Whoa. Whoa.
Wait, hold on.
Chill,
Wait a
man.
second. Wait a
Chill,
second.
chill.
So before we get to Big Ox
Unnecessary,
Media's
Ron.
comment, because that was a response to another comment. So we have a 2-part comment of the week. This is the first time we've done something like this. But the first comment is kind of long, so you guys bear with me. I think this is the first.
Oh my goodness.
All right, here we go. Lot 3530 said, "Since you want to stupidly put Bron in defensive talks with Kawhi, let's put Kawhi in offensive talks with Bron. Apart from passing, what does peak Bron do better than peak Kawhi on offense? Because Kawhi is clearly a much better shooter than Bron from everyone on the court." You wanna open this can of worms? Let's open it all the way. I'm tired of this ridiculous Bron worship. By the way, the same peak Miami defense Bron includes in the 2011 finals.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Then he went on to say, "Get the fuck out of here with this BS. Peak Kawhi is much better defensively than any version of Bron. It's offensively, we should have that convo." And don't give me quote unquote Bron Carey stories, because I watched Jimmy Butler lead an 8-seed Heat team all the way to the finals in the East, and he didn't have Wade or Bosh on his team. Before you guys respond to that, Big Ox responded to that. And this was the comment of the week that we have from Big Ox Media. Said from 2013 to 2021, Kawhi is a better defender and offensive player than any version of LeBron you've ever
did not
seen.
say that offensive player part, Ron. There are people that are listening, audio listeners. Big Ox did not say that.
Oh, my
I
bad.
said
That
That he's a better defender than any version of LeBron you've ever seen. And I also want to say, don't let these dudes keep lying to y'all, telling you that Kawhi wasn't playing defense in 2019. Don't let these dudes keep lying.
He was first
to
team
y'all.
all defense that year. He was first team all defense.
Don't let these dudes keep lying to y'all and telling y'all that Kawhi wasn't playing defense in for the Clippers until he tore his ACL against the Jazz. He was absolutely playing defense in 21. He was taking the ball from dudes.
Was he second team or first team, Mars?
The point is he was playing elite defense. In Toronto, he was still an elite defender. Don't let him push no narratives on you, give you no whack ass, oh, well, this guy and that guy and that guy, he was the 6th best defender on the team. That was the most ridiculous thing I heard that whole entire day. I heard a lot of ridiculousness, but the most ridiculous thing I heard was that he was the 5th or 6th best defender on the Toronto Raptors. Y'all all know that wasn't true. That was crazy. I really almost broke my laptop in half. On top of that, don't let these dudes lie to y'all and tell you that he wasn't playing defense on the Clippers before he tore his ACL in the playoffs against the Utah Jazz.
He was all defense that year too.
He was absolutely playing defense. He was playing great defense.
He was all defense that year too.
And then their response is, "Oh well, Luka cooked him in the bubble." Okay.
Yeah, he was playing defense that year too.
Okay. Then what did he do to Luka?
Oh, he got busy.
I don't think anybody
let's
up
not
here
act like he was going,
besides nobody up here besides the brother that can not here right now to defend his wild statement that nobody agreed with about. Well, at least I know I did.
When he said I was up here talking,
because at the time he was with
I'm still not that high on Kawhi's Raptors defense. You know about
but I wouldn't say
you don't got to be high on it. He was
defenders
still playing
on the
elite
team
defense.
A better defender now.
I have a high.
But like we were comparing Kawhi's defense later on to number one peak Bron and peak himself. That was the comparison. I still think that Miami LeBron James is a better defender than like Raptors forward Kawhi Leonard. That's not me saying that I don't think Raptors forward Kawhi Leonard wasn't still a really good defender. I'm just thinking,
and that's fine. We're talking, and I understood everything you were saying. I think what you were saying that day was more online with. I think you were more in the middle, more in line with what the objective truth is of the situation, right? I do think that Kawhi Leonard was still playing great defense, but I think what the problem is when you see a guy go from being one of now don't hold me to word per word what I'm saying, but I think when you see a guy go from being one of the best defenders we've actually ever seen live to becoming a top 3 to 7 best defender in the league. I think people are like, oh, he doesn't play defense no more. No. The thing is, what you were seeing him do was some of the best you've ever seen anybody do. And now that he's not exactly at that level, now you want to act like he's just not locking up when he absolutely
the ridiculous part of that conversation for me was the fact that like if there's any questioning who's like the best at their best, then I do think that on the other end that's a bit like Kawhi Leonard at his peak is definitely a better defender than peak LeBron James.
But then you got guys that tell you that Kawhi Leonard has that LeBron James has five seasons of defense better than any season that LeBron James had.
I'll put him up against those 5 seasons.
That was equally as ridiculous as what Penn said about him. As a matter of fact, I'm sorry, Penn. That was the most ridiculous thing I heard today. That was the most ridiculous thing I heard that day. Penn, but that was a close second.
Hey, but what do you guys think about 2026 Kawhi Leonard's defense?
I think he's still good.
He's still a really good defender.
I think he's still a really good.
Hey, we gonna get to see it in person, baby. And I would like for you guys to pull up and enjoy this game with the panel. We are gonna see live and in the flesh whether Kawhi Leonard is really playing defense or if he's just a steals merchant. If Kawhi Leonard is really moving his feet, if Kawhi Leonard really is playing at a first-team All-NBA level. We're pulling up to the MODA Center, and we going to watch it. And we're going to get an opportunity to watch it firsthand against another NBA All-Star, Denny Avdia. So what you guys need to do is pull up to Portland, get your tickets. The link is in the bio, and you will be able to watch the first ever NBA podcast in an NBA arena before an NBA game. And then you'll get to meet and greet the panel. And then a couple of y'all will get to box with Chill. A couple of y'all will get to get slapped by me. A couple of y'all will get to have a joke off with Real Talk. A couple of y'all will get to troll with Mars. A couple of y'all will get to take pictures with Damian. And a couple of y'all will get to do whatever Ox want to do with y'all. And then we will go watch the game live in the MODA Center. One night, one arena. And this is an opportunity you guys don't want to miss because it's going to be a hell of a weekend. We also have other things going on that weekend, but I'm not going to get into all of that if you're not going to pull up. But if you do pull up, you will learn more about these other things. We will see you guys live and in the MODA Center. It's going to be a hell of a time. April 10th, Circle your calendars. We'll be there. Fellas, before we get to the good news of the day, and before we get to some rule changes and stuff, there are some bigger super chats that I do want to knock down before we go any further. So the first super chat that I do want to read is flashing on the screen earlier, but can we change subject? A $50 super chat said, fun fact, the shortest career in the NBA lasted 3.9 seconds by James on Curry.
That is a short career, man. Is that his real name?
Yes.
Is that career shorter than Andrew Bogut's career with the Cavs?
With the capital O? No.
I think he played one. I think he barely played a minute with them.
He played 4 seconds.
I think Bogut.
When he broke his kneecap?
Yeah, and then Bogut basically went out there and broke his leg.
Bogut had a whole career outside of that. Like James on Curry played 3.9 seconds in the NBA.
How is that possible?
Which is still spectacular, though. Like
he subbed in at the end to foul. He subbed in to foul. That was the only reason he came into the game.
Shout out James on, man.
I'm gonna be honest. You play 4 seconds in the league and make 500,000.
He literally only played that one game.
He might have the best per second salary of all time.
Why you bullshitting? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey. The same shit you did about Shea Isom for James Harden. Same shit you did for Shea Isom with James Harden. Hey, you give him LeBron like per minute. If he just got paid that same rate, he'd be the richest NBA player of all time.
I heard you throw in that Harden SGA little moment.
Absolutely. As I will always do.
All right, the next super chat we got is from Spanish Jose TV. Spanish Jose said, I'm sorry, but unless it's going to be a generational player, I'm not a fan of tanking. Some teams have been bad for 10 to 15 years now in hopes of striking jackpot. It's a bad strategy that only prolongs the mediocrity.
As opposed to
trying to win.
Being mediocre?
Yeah. And being in
the
middle
prolonging the
purgatory.
Mediocrity?
Mm-hmm.
So what is he talking about?
Yeah.
I think he's talking to Real Talk's point around when you do eventually get good, the infrastructure matters. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you can't just build a team that's content with losing and then instill no culture of winning. That doesn't make sense. But I'm still on the side of the process. They tanked for 4 years and people swear they tanked forever. It was 4 seasons. The Wizards have been bad for more than that. But apparently the process was so bad and they ended up with Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Markelle Fultz. In different worlds, all 3 of them pan out. I don't know.
Conference finals, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Detroit did the same thing. They were bad for a couple of years and Coach Bickerstaff came in there and changed that culture and turned that thing around.
I am so lost on
3-4 seasons. I guess.
I'm so lost on how to judge Detroit because in that same stat that I brought up about Boston, Detroit was at the top of the list, correct? As far as the best record and the best
in the league and best
teams. But I just, for whatever reason, I just don't believe. I really don't.
Because you don't like their offense.
Yeah, but
that's a lot of
you don't believe because you've still like so many times in the playoffs. That's why, and that's fine.
The reason is you don't think that offense
reasonable.
Translate to the playoffs.
It's reasonable
you don't
too.
believe in that.
But what if I'm wrong though? I'm saying.
But then you're wrong. You'd be like, oh, whoops.
But you're not.
You ain't been wrong before. Like, there's a consequence.
I mean, it's not often. It's not often.
The Spurs
just say, oh shit, I was wrong. I remember the Celtics started 5-7. I was like, oh shit, they about to be tanking for AJ. Now look, shit, I was wrong. I thought they were just gonna turn on the tank when they were 5-7. They did not turn on the tank. So shit, my bad. Like, it's what it is. Shit, we be wrong. We say a lot of things. We gonna be wrong.
As you were saying, Dane.
No, I was gonna say do you have those same reservations like with the Spurs because they haven't been there as well?
Yeah, I definitely have like OKC as my clear-cut top team in the West. Respect to San Antonio. I just think a fully OKC team. It's not even like to say San Antonio is not elite. It's just there's not a better roster in the league.
Would it blow your mind?
Seconds.
Today, Ron, is April the 20th, and the playoffs started. Would it blow your mind 2 weeks from now 2 weeks from now, it's April 20th. 2 weeks, a week and a half from now, Phoenix and San Antonio in Game 7 of the first round of the playoffs. Would that blow your mind?
Yeah.
Hell no. Jalen Green gonna be averaging like 29.
I'm being honest with you, Miles. I'm not trying to troll
Green,
anything like that.
I like
I'm
what I
being
see from Jalen Green last night.
Would it blow your mind that this Sunday or this Thursday is Game 7 of that first round playoff series?
Yes.
Yes, it would surprise me. Yes.
Haters.
Against you talking about San Antonio?
Again, real
Yes.
talk. Today is April the 20th, and the playoffs just started, right? Playoffs just started. 2 weeks from today, we looking at Thursday, Game 7, San Antonio and Phoenix in the first round. Would that blow your mind?
Yeah, it would. I'm not gonna lie. San Antonio should beat them.
They
I'm not
should
gonna
handle
say.
them.
Yeah, they should handle. Even if it's like 4-2, it should be like those 4 games were
They're
comfortable.
2-2 against Phoenix on the year.
Yeah, I know. Hey, play Ryan Dunn, Mr. Sir in Phoenix, because he was great last game against the Raptors, and then you DMP'd him against the Nuggets. That's crazy.
Because Roe Hoopers came back.
And that jump shot is getting better too, by the way.
Yes, it is. Freak athlete too.
Yes, sir.
Amazing athlete.
We just calling anything bad these days. Salute to Ryan Dunn, man.
I mean, he hit 4 threes last game.
That was a good game last
Salute to
night.
Ryan Dunn, man. Salute to Ryan Dunn. It was a good game.
Mars,
Another game in
Mars.
which the Suns can't close. Salute.
I'm not on the fence about this. I am adamant. I got there's certain things that I don't remember. There's certain things that I do forget. Mars, if I'm not mistaken, you said that he might have been the worst shooter coming in the draft. The worst. Yes. Now, from that to where he is today, he's definitely improved, Mars. He's not the same shooter that he was when he first showed up at the University of Virginia.
Oh, for
He
sure.
is definitely, that jump shot has improved.
He shoots about just as bad as he did last year.
He's shooting with more confidence. He's definitely shooting with more confidence.
He shoots just about as bad as he did last year.
What is just about? What is it?
Oh, I don't know the numbers. He just still sucks.
Ryan Dunn does not suck. That's crazy.
At shooting the basketball?
I'm saying as a player, he doesn't suck.
I'm talking about shooting the basketball because that's the
that's what we're talking about, Mars. Just shooting. That's it.
Yeah, exactly.
The
The guy still can't shoot. Like, what was
He'll
that?
get there.
He'll get there.
So he went from 31.1. He's at 33.8. Right, we're almost at 34%.
Is he shooting more or less threes than last year?
He's actually shooting less threes.
Okay, so less threes, percentage is barely changed.
But
he's
it's changed though. But he has.
When he shoots it, he's shooting it with confidence.
Percentage going up when you shoot less threes does not signify A, more confidence, and B, meaningful improvement.
Actually, it does.
Because he
actually shoots more of his threes in the corners now too.
Yeah,
So he's shooting less difficult threes, less above the break threes.
Mm-hmm.
And
being
still
smart
shooting
about
less
his
threes.
shot selection.
Okay, so where's the confidence? So he's
Okay.
shooting less. He's
Okay.
shooting more in the corners. The percentage has barely changed. He
Yup.
still can't shoot free throws, but yet he's improved as a shooter.
Okay,
We're
hold
just
on,
saying
Mars.
he improved.
Okay.
Saying he improved.
No, okay, Mars.
He's shooting 30% in the mid range. Oh my god! Yeah, all right.
Who said he was a good mid-range shooter?
Nobody said that. We was just
I'm
talking about
asking
the
where
Nobody
the
said that. Thank you.
improvement
Thank
is.
you.
Last
said
year-
that.
we
First
just
off,
talking
I'm
about
sure on so
Last
low
year he
volume.
shot
Hey,
40%.
how many mid-range shots has
This
he
year
shot?
shoots 30.
How
Last
many
year,
how
he
many
shot
mid-range
40%.
shots has he shot?
He shoots less mid-range this year than he did last year too.
Okay,
So
so
he shoots
too
small
small of a
threes,
sample to
less
say.
middies.
Too small
So he
of a
shoots
sample
less
to
jump
say.
shots entirely,
Too small
but
of a
he's
sample
more
to
confident.
say. He's confident in the ones he's taking.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so someone needs to explain this to me. So his mid-range percentage plummets. His three-point percentage increases by 2% while shooting less threes than he did last year. His free throw percentage is still egregious. He's shooting
It's
more
better though.
It's from like 48 to 50, right? That's what it is. It's like 48 to 50.
Yes.
Terrible.
Yes.
So he shoots less threes, less middies. His mid-range percentage has gone down drastically. His three-point percentage has increased by 2%. He shoots less above the break threes now than he did in his rookie year.
Yep.
And you're meaning to tell me not only has he improved as a shooter, he's more confident when he's shooting less jump shots across the board?
Yes, sir. And you know why, Mars? Number one, first of all, I'm playing on a better team than I was playing on last year, which means that the shots that I am getting are better, which would explain why he's shooting more corner threes, because that's where I've been the most effective and I'm the most confident. You talk about him shooting in the mid-range. Mars, if I'm not mistaken, and I want to read off the numbers that you just said, in the mid-range, I'm shooting 16% of my shots in the mid-range. That's like one shot a game, maybe two. That's like one shot that I'm
many
shooting.
shots are
Like
for
what
the-
kind of?
How
It's
many
probably
shots
not even one.
He's
Yeah,
also
definitely
not
not
starting.
one.
He's also not
that's
starting
like one
anymore, by
shot
the way.
every other game. What are we doing? It's not like he lives in the mid-range and he sucks in the mid-range.
I never said he doesn't live on a 3-point line either.
But he
Hey,
does shoot
guess
the
what?
long
Hey,
ball.
hey, Chill. Guess what, Chill?
And he sucks
Yes,
it.
sir.
Hey, guess what, Chill? He has a better 2-point percentage than Bam.
Uh-oh.
You heard that? You heard that shit? This man
All right,
case closed.
Ryan don't play defense. Shout out to him. The man can't shoot a basketball. Here's what it is. Like, we'll see if he can turn into that, but he can't shoot.
All right, y'all. The next super chat is from The Godfather 651. The Godfather said, "Chill just straight up lying about Sack."
And Ryan Dunn.
I don't know what I'm lying about.
Yeah, well, we got two liars up here. Salute to it. Tupac Westside said, "Morning, fellas. Mac McClung dropped 59 and became the all-time leading scorer in the G League. I still don't get why teams don't sign this man or why this man isn't on an NBA team. Also, y'all heard about the potential new salary cap."
So did he become the all-time leading scorer the Wilt way in terms of the highest scoring game, or
No,
the
total
all-time leading
points.
scorer the LeBron way?
Total points.
Total points?
Regular season,
LeBron.
playoffs, and like the tournaments that they have.
I think he also
Oh, so
had
he
10
a G League
dimes.
Hall of Fame. So can he make the Hall of Fame?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I don't think he can
Like,
make the Hall
you
of
the
Fame.
greatest G League player ever, and you win some dunk contest. That's not enough to be in the Hall of Fame for basketball.
No.
Should be.
Sorry, Moss.
I'll put him in the Hall of
Well,
Fame.
I think he had 10
He
dimes as
submitted
well.
an
right?
application.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
So you the
shout out
best-
to Mac
Bev
McClung.
tell it he might be over fucking Damian Lillard. Who knows?
Shout out to Mac
That
McClung
be
last night.
average.
He had 59 points,
Anything to do with
10
that.
assists,
Nothing.
5 rebounds. Mac McClung be frying that G League. If y'all
He
ever
really
seen his
do.
highlights or if you ever watch him play down there, he be cooking
Yeah,
that G
He's
League.
cooking. Yeah. Mhm.
From what I've seen, there's not 450 players better than Mac McClung.
Yeah, why is he not ever in the league? Is it just
I don't know.
I think it's hard, man. Like, there's levels to it. Like, there's some guys that will be dominant in the G League, and then in the NBA, it's just not the same role. It's not the same environment. Don't have as
I
many
don't think
touches.
he's bad in the
and
league
just-
though. From what I seen him, he played.
Me neither. I thought he was.
picks
I
up
actually thought he
and
was
plays,
pretty good in
plays
Indiana,
intense
by the way.
defense.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty good in Indiana. I was surprised they actually let him go, but it's just tough to break into the league, man.
Played 10 NBA games in his life. That's
Keep
tough.
hooping, man.
For a
Keep
player,
doing
for
your
a player
thing.
with his talent, yeah, it's kind of surprising.
How old
is he
that?
better than Reed Shepard?
27. No.
27.
He's
You guys
better than
think-
like.
Hey, y'all would have
That's
said
young.
yes like 8 months.
Do you think
ago.
guys like that should go
Oh,
overseas and just get paid?
Yes, Damien. If I'm him, this would be probably my last season that I would mess around in the G League.
He's 27
If
years
not-
old. He's still got some
yeah.
years left. Yeah.
He's
If
better.
not-
Hey, shout out
Don't
to
get the bag.
Benson. He better than Ben Seraph. I promise he better than Ben Seraph.
Yeah.
He better than what? He better than Cam Thomas too. I'm saying it.
Because I mean, here's my thing
I'll
though.
say
If I'm Mac McClung, I will go out over there and
Speak
in
your
my
mind,
contract,
Mars.
it will be a NBA opt out.
Yeah.
So like I can opt out of my contract at any time to go play in the NBA. The thing about it is, Mac McClung, you're gonna get the same recognition overseas as the same. You're probably gonna get even more recognition and respect than you're gonna get in the G League. So it's like if a team's gonna come sign you, they're gonna come sign you. At least go get that bag. At least go sign a $3-4 million contract. At least bare minimum. You know,
Mhm.
I would rather get that than the G League salary.
Yeah.
I think
the
the
dunk,
he-
I
I
think
think he's
the
somebody
dunk
that's
contest
gonna
was
stick
giving him
with
more
it.
than the G League salary, wasn't it? That was crazy.
He was
Yeah,
being put on that
winning
Philly
that.
team,
Yeah,
being called up to get. He was getting called up on that Philly team just so he can get in the dunk contest.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, did you guys hear about the new potential NBA salary cap?
Yes.
Yep. It's less than first anticipated, and that's because you guys got 1 million streaming services and you guys have lost out on local TV money. That's what happens to the salary cap. Not rocket science.
It didn't drop by too much though. It looked from what
No,
I
think
seen,
it's
it
about
only
1
dropped like
million
by
or
a
so.
million.
Yeah, 1 million. Or
Yeah,
so.
it's not too bad.
I'm sorry, Ron. So instead of paying you 350, I can only pay you 348. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Leaf Diggy sent through a super chat and said, I got $20. Chicago, Dallas, or Utah get a higher pick than the Nets. The NBA and the top prospects are aligned. AJ DeBanza went on TV and said he wants to play for the Spurs or Magic. The top picks have agents now.
There's no way the Spurs get there's just it's mathematically impossible, isn't it? Damn.
No, they
Have
got
a lottery pick?
yeah.
I want to see a number one pick in
Whose
Chicago.
pick is that? Is Atlanta? Yeah. If Atlanta would have missed the playoffs, they would.
The Spurs have Atlanta's pick.
Yeah. If Atlanta would
And
have
then
missed
Atlanta has the
playoffs,
Pelicans pick.
they would have
If
ended
the
up.
Spurs get another number 1, number 2 pick, it's rigged. I mean, I already think it's rigged, but that would be my confirmation. Like, that'd be crazy, bro.
I'm going on record saying it to you, real talk. I think the Clippers are going to miss the playoffs. I think they're going to win the lottery, and I think Oklahoma City is going to get that pick. I'm saying it.
Do y'all actually think like all of that, like Derrick Rose going to Chicago? Like, y'all think that was like coincidence? LeBron going to Cleveland? Are we that naive?
I don't think so, real talk.
I
But
don't
I
think
also
it's
don't care either. Like,
I don't think
let's
it's
let's do.
Do
what's
you
best
care,
for the
Ron?
league.
Do you care, Ron?
No, I want to.
I don't think it's
I
very
like a fairy tale story. Yes, I want AJ to go to Utah.
I
believe in
agree, Ron.
integrity.
I agree. I agree. I agree.
I would love
like,
for Cam Boozer to go to Charlotte, stay right there in Charlotte, and go join that young team that's on the up and up. Like
I want to see
I would
AJ
love for
in
Darren
Chicago,
Peterson to
absolutely.
go to Chicago. But Darren Peterson too, though. Like, y'all keep trying to compare him and say he looks like certain characters. All right, go to Chicago and be certain characters. Like I like that type of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, Cooper right after Lucas. Like, man, should be looking.
And even like that's another thing too, though. Even if the Mavs were because we obviously see who Cooper Flag is and what he is. I would love for the Dallas Mavericks to get that number 1 overall pick. Let's see a Cooper and AJ. Hey, a Cooper and AJ nightmare every single night for the next 10 years. I would love to see that.
It's box
That
office.
would be ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Teddy Hart sent through a 2-part super chat and says sometimes teams don't quote unquote miss on picks. It's just rather their team's environment ruins guys. If y'all think Markelle, Nerlens, Jaleel, etc. got drafted to the San Antonio Spurs or OKC, their careers might not have been drastically different due to the superior development teams, leadership, and environment? ? If I was a top prospect, I'd pray to God I don't go somewhere like Sac.
Definitely.
I mean,
matters.
some of those players you named though, like got hurt.
Yeah, like Markelle had the weird nerve thing where he couldn't
Yeah.
shoot the ball anymore and stuff. That would have happened
Nerlens
anyway.
tore his ACL.
Yes, and he still was a lottery pick.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And he still was a lottery pick. And also like the guys' games, do they translate? Right. So with Okafor, he was primarily a box player and playing in the mid post. And it was obvious during that time that the game was changing. Right. Guys, bigs were moving further away from the basket, moving closer to the 3-point line. That wasn't Okafor's game. Like if he would have showed up maybe 10 years previous to that, I think that he probably would have been a good player. Nerlens,
Did you guys see the Robert Covington interview about the 1-on-1 with Okafor and MB? Did you guys see that clip?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
And
yeah.
let
I
me
didn't see the
guess,
clip,
Ron.
but I read it, though.
Let me guess, Ron. Nerlens, is it Okafor? I bet you he was busting Joel Embiid's ass in practice.
He said it was the best 1-on-1 game he's ever seen, and they were basically going bam for bam. Like Okafor was that good.
It was 5-on-5 though. It was an actual game, but it was those two.
But them two going at it.
Yeah.
But it would always end up in the post, and they would go at it. It's crazy.
Nerlens wasn't that was the correct pick. Or not Nerlens. Well, even you could say Nerlens too, but Jaleel Okafor was the correct pick. Like Philly came up with Jaleel. It just happened to be the wrong time.
Yeah, the landscape of the league changed. Yeah.
If no Steph Curry had came around, Jaleel Okafor probably would have been. He probably would have had a couple All-Stars under his belt. It's just like teams stopped playing out the post.
And shout out to him as well. He was grinding in the G League, and he actually came back to the NBA. I don't know if people realize, like, he signed with Indiana. Was it this year, Ron?
It was last year, I believe.
Last year, yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, 25. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to him though. He was playing for that the G League team in Mexico City. He was playing there for a little bit. So
yeah,
he's still hooping. But all right, the next super chat that we have is from Big Mac 2K159. Big Mac 2K said, "All I know is while y'all are discussing them sorry ass Kings, the Warriors have been leading a successful tank, and we are coming for that pick. Hashtag AJ on
Warriors
the
are
way."
garbage. They trash. Hey, real talk, trash. Them Warriors is garbage. I every
Yeah.
time turn on the TV on the weekends, Ron, prime time. Why are the Warriors on my TV on Thursday night at 8 o'clock? Why are they on ABC?
They do be on these national
What's going on?
games,
Real talk. How come every time I
yeah.
turn the TV on Saturday night on prime time at 8:30, Warriors and whomever? What are the Warriors doing on my TV?
It's been a
I mean,
crazy
these-
season for the Warriors, man.
Yeah, these national TV games. Well, obviously the schedule's set the summer before, so like you got to factor in. You got Steph Curry and Draymond Green, if you will, and Jimmy Butler. So you have Steph Curry, Draymond Green,
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler. Like that's supposed to be a pretty solid
Right.
primetime game.
Yep.
And then like they're not projecting that in March Steph is going to be hurt. Jimmy
Right.
Butler.
Hey,
tore
but
ACL.
he been hurt now for a long time.
It ain't this ain't just happened 2 weeks ago. Real
This
talk.
ain't just happened. We
They-
can
they
find
been out
another
of
game
the-
to go
They
to.
could
Switch it
flex
up.
it, but they typically don't do
Yeah.
that though. But they could flex the game.
Which goes back to your logic, Ron, about them already having a schedule already put together. Well, they already had the schedule put together, only to find out that Vince Carter is now a hot ticket. We got to get Vince on TV more. We got to put Vince more on primetime. Well, guess what? When teams are garbage, when you think they're going to be good, get their ass off the TV.
They did it with the Hornets chill this year. They put some Hornets games. They swapped some Hornets
More.
games when
I
they
think
were.
before the season started, they had like 2 nasty televised games.
Yeah.
Charlotte is on TV more, Ron. And you know why? Because they're good. So the flip side to that is, if you garbage, get these dudes off my TV, real talk. Get them out of here.
Chill, I'm with that though. I think it should be like maybe like the first 3-4 months of the season, or like, the NBA season starts in October, maybe through the end of December, we know what games are locked in as primetime games. And then when January starts, then the NBA releases the next primetime games. Because like these games should be able to be rearranged. Like the NBA should be putting their best product on national TV. Like for instance, today, we should be watching the Boston Celtics and OKC. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at the Hawks versus Detroit, but it's like even with now Cade sitting out, that game should be flexed out, and we should be watching OKC in Boston.
Yeah.
And then what's the second primetime game? Rockets and the Wolves. Don't touch that. Let's keep that right where it's at.
Mhm.
I
it's-
would-
Yeah, that's a fun game, but yeah, we should be watching.
It's just hard. It's just hard logistically. They have to give the announcers time, commentators time. They got their crew, their main crew that does the main games. So they would have to give them time logistically to change the schedule.
Damien, are you saying the commentators aren't locked in? They don't
No,
watch
they-
enough ball to know what's going on? Hey,
No.
I
I'm
could go
saying
do that OKC Boston game right now tonight. As a matter of fact, playback.
I'm saying that they organize like their tickets.
You
and
can't
things
multitask,
in advance.
Ron.
They
You couldn't
organize
do
like
a
their
jazz
plane
game. You would have been asking
tickets
where
and
well playing.
hotels and tickets, hotels, and all that in advance. So they have to change all that rubbish.
No,
But
that's a pain
it's
in
not
the
something that they should be able to do. They should be able to do all that.
Be clear about one thing, real talk. Ron is not multi-purpose. You could easily knock him off his
Yeah.
pivot. Hell no, Ron. No.
And don't let there be something you got to say off a teleprompter. They might as well.
Hey, but see, that's the
Hang that
thing.
shit up.
That's the thing. These analysts need teleprompters to get good takes. These analysts need teleprompters to be able to talk about basketball. See, I don't need none of that. It's
Mhm.
don't bring no teleprompter. Just
And
bring your
then-
basketball mind.
And then on top of that, real talk, like the game is in Boston. It's a primetime game. Let something walk by. Ron, hey, game's going on, Ron. Hey, over here. Can you focus? We got a ball game going on over here.
See, we do got a ball game. You damn
You
right.
see what I'm
You see the
talking about?
basketball.
Keep Ron ass from
That's what gets him locked in, chill.
No. Over here, Ron. Will you focus, please?
The next super chat is from Athletic Mind. Athletic Mind said, Tatum may be a liability as a scorer. He's not efficient and can't really beat anyone elite off the dribble, even though the Celtics need him to. He can't shoot. He's gonna rely more on shooting now, too.
What have you guys thought about how he's looked?
Physically, I like what I see.
Yeah,
That's the
Tatum has
thing.
been
Me
good.
too, yeah.
That's the thing that
Me too.
I was most important. I mean, that's the thing that I was focused on the most, just physically. I didn't think that the shot would be there. I didn't think that he would be, knocking down shots. I always thought that in terms of a rhythm, in terms of him being able to beat guys off the dribble, that was going to take time. I just was looking to I was looking for him physically being able to hold up, being able to deal with the grind of the NBA, being able to deal with the physicality, guys roughing him up. I thought that Jaden McDaniels did a good job when they played Minnesota. I felt like Jaden McDaniels did a good job in getting into him and being physical with him. And I think that affected his game. But I like the fact that he responded to that too. Like he was getting around Jaden McDaniels. So I think that in terms of his game, I think that I'm going to get the better Jason Tatum next season.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm right there with you on that.
I'm not mad at what
we're
I've
gonna
seen,
have
though.
to revisit a conversation.
Oh, about you saying he's not that good of a shooter?
Actually, no, not that conversation. What's funny is like whenever I deem you're my favorite player, all of a sudden you just take sidestep threes.
Hey,
It
real
just
talk.
is what it is again.
Dang.
Nothing's
It's a pattern
changed.
now.
You're a
Happened with
sidestep,
Tatum,
step back
happened with
merchant.
Luka.
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Maybe.
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe.
Well,
Mid, man.
But you
Can't take
mentioned
the most threes.
real talk. But real talk, you mentioned that him being a heavy jump shooter might
Forgot
be
about it.
difficult after the injury.
Yeah, I mean, Tatum's, God bless him. God bless him.
I don't think he's been bad like at all, though.
He's been mid.
He's big.
He's a good defensive player.
And it's
give him
mid.
that.
It's mid relative to Tatum, though. Like if
Yeah.
this was Jason Tatum,
Yeah,
like
that's
just through
That's
and through,
true.
like
That's true.
Yeah, we're talking about
no, I get that. I'm just talking about him as a player. I'm just talking about the player I'm seeing. Like I get that he's not what we're accustomed to, but like this player is a good player.
Yeah.
But he's not Jason Tatum good.
We'll see.
yes,
We'll see that
chill,
Jason
but
Tatum
he-
next year.
And that and
he been mid. He been
Yeah.
cool. You look at him and say, yeah, okay, that's cool.
and the
man.
reason why we saying that, Ron, is because before he came back, the sentiment was him coming back, 70% Jason Tatum, 80% Jason Tatum, we're winning the NBA championship. You really think you would, the way he playing right now, are you winning the NBA championship with that?
I think the Celtics are better than probably a lot of other people do with this Jason Tatum.
So
I
name
just
the
think they're a
teams
good
you
team.
have them better than.
Please.
With
this version of Jason
Not
Tatum.
just the East. I'm talking about the league. Where
With
do you?
this
Because
version
we
of
just
Jason
submitted
Tatum.
a power ranking. Where are they in your power ranking?
my power rankings. All right, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Real talk. Let me pull it up. Hold on. Wait a second. And we will be revealing these power rankings tomorrow.
Mhm.
On my power ranking, I have the Celtics number 4.
And who are the 3 teams above them?
I can't reveal my power ranking. Real talk.
Oh, you're right. You're right. You're
You
right.
can't put that out there.
You're right.
Jason Tatum, since he's been back, is shooting 74% at the rim, 0 to 3 feet.
Nice.
34% from 3 to 10 feet.
Yeah.
38% from 10 to 16 feet. 45%, only 10% of his shots, but 45% from 16 feet to the 3-point line. And 28% from 3.
And I bet you that's the majority of his shots, the 28%.
Yes.
Yes. So the way he shoots the worst, he's shooting the most. And we're going to win like that, Ron. No, we're not.
It's going to take a
I'm
lot.
Yeah, that was Jason Tatum's championship run. That wasn't what he's doing right now.
Think
I'm
about that.
eager to see him right now. That's fire.
That's
That is
fire.
fire. No, that's
Oh,
fire.
okey doke. You got your okey doke, man.
No,
Okay.
that's heat.
Oh no!
So not only are we going to win with that, we actually did win with that. We did win with
Yo, you
that.
ever seen the Uno reverse card?
That's what that was right there. That's exactly what
But
that
the real
was.
talk's point, it's not the same team, right?
It's not.
No, it's
But I am eager to see tonight, though. They play OKC. This is good. This is
Yeah,
a big
they-
test. This is a big
they
game
need
for
this one,
Tatum.
yeah.
Big game for the Celtics. I don't even think that they need to win it. I just want to see how
they
they
need it.
look.
Yeah. Agreed. Agree.
What if they get ran?
What if they
It's
What if
bad.
they do the running though?
If they play
You're-
Philly in 6, what you talking about?
If Philly's healthy, man, it could be a series, man.
If they play Charlotte
Yeah,
in 6.
That's definitely a series for sure.
All right.
Charlotte.
The next
He
super
was-
chat is from Real Talk's favorite person in the chat. Frank C said, "Yo, Real Talk, who's that hat referring to?"
The praying for anybody who hates on me, bro. It is what it is. And, I'm developing a few.
That's what happens to the
Healthy.
great ones, man.
Real talk. If you ain't
It's
got
all good.
haters,
That's
you
why
don't
Real
need
Talk
to-
don't have haters.
It's all good. All the great ones are hated, man. It's all good. Is that the hat that
You
changed
got
its color, by the way?
No, I just have a pink one as
It's
well.
glow in the dark?
Pink one as well.
Uh-huh.
No. Mars, put your hand down, brother. don't put your hand up because I say I got a pink one. Don't do that. Don't do
Mars,
that.
them numbers were disgusting. I'm talking about sour milk. Disgusting.
People forget how
I'm
bad
talking about
he shot the ball.
food
Yeah.
sitting in the sun and all
Couldn't
bugs
make
all
a
over him.
jump shot the whole
Disgusting.
time. Yeah, he couldn't make a jump shot the whole
He-
time. Like, then he
yeah,
went to the Olympics and couldn't make a jump shot. I don't know what happened. But from like
So
April,
what is he
24
shooting now? That was nasty.
The
What is
reason
he
I
doing
could get it, the
now?
reason I could
Probably
get away
better.
with it is
Probably
because it's extremely similar. This
Right.
is now 74% at the rim, 32% from 3 to 10 feet, 38% from 10 to 16, 29% from 16 feet to the 3-point line, 29% from 3. It's very similar minus the 16 feet to the 3-point line, which is 44 to 29. But everything else
Real
is the
talk,
same.
it's so difficult to
And
have
he
to-
only shoots 5% of his shots now from those deep twos. So basically
it's
the same
really
shit.
difficult to have to defend that. It is. That
He
is
only
hard.
shot 37% of his shots from 3 in the playoffs in 24. When Cho said he shot most of them, I was like, he actually doesn't. But I had to-
However,
The
today
only way's up.
at 29%,
that's still the
long
most
line,
volume of his shots. That's still the most of them. But now he's shooting 54% of his shots from 3.
It's
Oh.
substantial difference though if that percentage goes to like 34, 35% by the time the playoffs roll around. But
Jason Tatum still gets guarded
Depends.
like he can shoot. So, he still gets treated like that, which is nice.
exactly.
He
Yeah.
really does.
Shout out
Or
JT.
whatever.
Space
And what
man.
is he on? He's usually still good, even when he's not like his percentages
Catch
are
and
low.
shoot.
He's usually still a good catch and shoot shooter, I guess.
And he's still
and
defending as
Jason
well.
be shooting, and Jason shoots the ball like that shit is cash.
He do be
He
getting
knows
him
he
up
can
there
shoot.
like
Yeah,
he.
he
He
knows.
shoots
It's an
that shit
unconventional jump shot.
cash.
The reason why he will never be like
That is my
one of the
guy.
best shooters in the world is because mechanically he probably can't. Like it's not.
But that hitch that he got with it,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
I mean,
yeah.
it's gotten worse as he's gotten like older, but like Jason Tatum
Shooting
used to be a
35%
good
in
shooter.
catch and shoot threes.
Yeah, what happened?
Jason Tatum used to be a good shooter.
He had a good mid-range game.
Like 2020 was probably when his jump shot peaked.
Yeah,
Probably more
Yes.
volume overall. But
he had a couple of good mid-range games in that 24 playoffs. I watched him against Indiana. I was like, yep, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he was 40% from 3 in 2020. So look at that. Eye test prevails. What's he shoot in the playoffs? Let's see if eye test still prevails. 37%, not too bad.
He's still my guy.
Jason Tatum shot above 45% since like he's been an all-star in the playoffs once, and that was in 2023.
that's tough.
Shout out JT, man.
2-point percentage is looking lower than Bam too. That's that's the bar. It's tough.
yeah. Bam is the bar.
Yeah. So if he's shooting 2-point percentage lower than Bam, oof.
Bamba mentality.
Shout out to KPJ. He gonna avenge Kobe. That's what he said.
Oh, for real?
SM
Yeah.
SMN RNDM said, I'm a Luka guy, and I'm telling you, he ain't winning MVP. This push is just media Vegas conspiring. They got me, that's for sure. Ha ha. Clutch player of the year, finals MVP, Lakers chip, all I could find.
Clutch player of the year is SGA, right? We all unanimous on that.
I thought it was Ant, but then he kind of went the other way.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be SGA. Shea gonna win MVP, clutch player of the year, and then we'll see what finals MVP does. But he having a good little season. It's cute.
No, it's not. It's better than that.
Now it's a good little season. Oh man.
It's cool.
I think it's crazy that you guys,
That's
you
crazy.
in particular, real talk, because I'm on you today. You know why?
Mm.
The reason why I'm on your case is because, like, the shit that Mars says, there's no way y'all letting me get away with this. Y'all masking is trolling. That's what y'all do. Y'all
No.
mask is trolling. When Mars is, contrary to popular belief, Mars is serious a lot of times, the shit that he says.
Exactly. Fact.
Mars is contrary to popular belief, he's
Yeah.
serious. But if I said something like that, it would be Louisville Sluggers to my head and pitchforks. But Mars can get away with it because of that fucking British accent.
I don't get what's wrong with saying SGA's having a cool little season. I don't see the point.
A cool little season, Mars.
Chill, I told you they
What's
suck
happening
up
right
asses,
now?
bro, so there ain't no need of arguing.
What you want me to
Mars is
say?
fun- Mars
His
is
season
funny,
cool. Shout out to SGA. You gonna win MVP. Cool. Shout out to you.
You know who's having a cool season, Mars? Bridges from Charlotte.
Yeah.
He's having a cool season.
Multiple
What are you
people got cool
doing?
seasons. Season cool. cool season. Shout out to
Could
USJ.
could it be cooler? How about that?
I mean, sure, it could be cooler. Like if he was better, his season would be cooler.
Is somebody
His
else having a
versus
better
season would be
season
better.
than him right now?
No, he probably having the coolest season in the league right now.
Coolest season in the league.
Like
Okay.
that. All right.
It's ice cold. Yeah.
Coolest season, yeah, cool season.
Y'all
What
speaking
Jokic
of having
do
a
last
cool
night?
season,
Like 22, 17, 17, something like that.
Yeah, and a
23,
game winner.
17 and 17.
So you know, we had a ball.
I told y'all he was gonna go less too.
One of the best
Both of
ever.
them boys went less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
135
I told y'all.
defensive rating, starting to five.
But speaking of cool,
Jalen
season,
Green played well, so that's all I cared about.
Ron, Sinners was a cool little movie. And Michael B. Jordan did a cool little job as the lead actor in that movie. Yeah, he was all right. Mm-hmm.
That film's so mid. That's not even a cool movie. That's a mid movie.
Mm-hmm.
What's me?
Controversial.
Sinners.
Oh.
Did you watch it, Chill?
I did.
You enjoyed it?
I did.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
I gotta go back and watch that again too. I've seen it in theaters, but I want to watch it one more time. But speaking of a cool little season
watch.
from a cool little player, we got a super chat from a cool little chatter called Be True. Be True 23 said LaMelo should be on third team All NBA.
When we were doing the All NBA stuff, when we had the Jalen Johnson KD discussion, I think last week, I was gonna ask y'all if you thought how far you thought LaMelo was from making one of these teams.
It didn't help that when I said that, the Rockets played 2 days later, the Hawks, and they beat them.
Players showed he was better than
And they beat them by 40. Then they beat them by 30.
Oh, that's such a crazy sentence Damian had to say. When we were having the Kevin Durant, Jalen Johnson discussion, that's funny.
That's a valid discussion.
No, it is not.
I mean,
on
PC, yeah, for sure. That's not even in top 10 West discussions we had. But yeah, I mean, I asked maybe last week before. I asked if LaMelo could be in All NBA talks, and everyone told me no. So
I'm starting to change up on that, Mars.
I think
So,
you got a case.
I'm
really starting to change up on that.
Of my third team, if I'm not mistaken, I had Scotty Barnes. No, Scotty Barnes is out. I had Jalen Duren, KD, Jalen Johnson, Chet, and I had somebody else.
Jamal Murray.
And Murray. So Scotty Barnes, LaMelo Ball, are we having a conversation about who comes on?
That could be a valid conversation.
If LaMelo Ball,
isn't LaMelo just clearly better than Scotty Barnes?
I think it's definitely a conversation.
Is he having a better season though?
Is he not?
I'm asking.
I watched a tad bit of Raptors this year, and I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten higher on Scotty Barnes as a basketball player. I don't think he's no superstar by any.
He's a cool little player.
But he is a good player. Scotty Barnes is really good, bro.
Yeah,
I agree. I do think he's really good.
He's gotten better this year as well, by the way.
Moss, couple the bucket getting with Scotty Barnes, the bucket getting coupled with the defense and the impact that and even though LaMelo Ball does play defense, I don't think that he plays it at the level that Scotty Barnes has played it this year, and I don't think that he's affected games on the defensive end as well as Scotty Barnes has. Now the offensive end, I think that LaMelo Ball, I think that he turned it around as we got later on into the season. I think that maybe the middle of December
he got healthy.
He got healthy in early January. He started to play better. I think that Scotty Barnes has been more consistent throughout the entirety of the season. And I think that's going to be
29% from three since January.
Yes, he has not been. Well,
no, why not lie? 29%, 21%. I I just lied.
Okay,
21% since January.
No, he's no 3-point shooter.
Not only that,
he's no shooter. He's no.
I'd agree with that, Chill.
He's no scorer.
Of the league,
he's no scorer. He's not even in the same stratosphere offensively as LaMelo Ball. They're in different worlds.
I think that LaMelo Ball as a primary ball handler, I think he a better offensive player than Scotty Barnes. However,
I don't think it's not a discussion offensively for me. But
no, it's not a discussion. It's not about he's not LaMelo offensively. I just think that he is I would probably value him as a better offensive player than Mars is giving him credit for, though. I don't know, the rebounding, the ability to be a ball handler, the ability to also be a lob threat low key. He plays a big out of the pick and roll situation. He can play in the darker spot. He can pass. He can definitely pass. He's great in transition.
Defensively, the gap might be equally as large, though. It's a good point.
One side of the ball is way more impactful than the other.
He's actually been taking care of the basketball a lot better. LaMelo
So
has.
LaMelo just drives Charlotte's offense.
Yeah, he's
So
been excellent.
I think people underestimate.
I wouldn't be mad if he was on one of those teams.
Mars, with LaMelo driving, with LaMelo driving, because I'm a little bit on the fence of Scotty here, and the reason why is because of Scotty as a bucket getter. He's not a great bucket getter, but I'm thinking to myself, I think that Scotty Barnes driving that defense, I think that's more significant than LaMelo Ball driving that offense.
Oh no, absolutely not more
Why is that more
significant.
significant?
No.
The reason why the reason why is because, one, with that offense, I feel like there are better offensive players in Charlotte than there are defensive players in Toronto, and I feel like with the defense that they play, he's the driving force. And any of the bless you, the turnovers, not just the turnovers, but the defensive rebounding, the plays that they stop. I think that has a lot to do with Scotty Barnes, and the stuff that they turn into offense has a lot to do with Scotty Barnes. I think that LaMelo Ball can be more offensively of a hindrance than Scotty Barnes can be on defense.
Why does LaMelo's team fall off a cliff offensively without him with all of this talent?
I think that because with LaMelo Ball, I think that with LaMelo Ball, him being their primary ball handler, I think that they are so. I think the word I'm looking for is reliant. There's so much they're so reliant on him, and with that argument, Miles, I can counter that with the same thing happens in Toronto because their defense falls off a cliff without.
It was off by about 4 points.
But it's
not close to what happens in Charlotte.
Don't the Hornets have a pretty good defense even with LaMelo on the floor since like the turn of the new year? Or something?
I mean,
as of recent, their defense has been pretty decent with LaMelo. LaMelo's an okay defender. But yeah, the Raptors defense falls off by about 4 or 5 points without Scotty Barnes. They go from a decent defense with him to a below average one without him.
Mm-hmm.
The Hornets go from the best offense ever statistically with LaMelo.
Ever? So better than Oklahoma City, better than Denver.
They have a plus 10 relative offense with LaMelo on the court.
What are they doing?
Literally, they have the best offense ever.
And
then with him off the floor, they have one of the worst offenses in the NBA.
But here's the difference, though, Mars. The difference is we've actually talked about like net rating and plus minus. I mean, don't get me wrong. LaMelo Ball does a lot.
This is why you just said it drove more. You just said it drove more. That's why I'm just asking how.
I feel like defensively, they rely on Scotty Barnes a lot more defensively to anchor that. Now, don't get me wrong. The numbers do suggest the numbers do say that that team is different without LaMelo Ball on the floor. But I just feel like he's more of a hindrance offensively than Scotty Barnes is defensively.
I will say this. I do agree that
lead into the best offense ever.
Yeah, he's not a hindrance as an offensive player, but I will say this: like, I agree that LaMelo is better than Scotty Barnes. However, like the argument of, well, why do they fall off a cliff when he's not on the court, but they're like this great when he's on the court? It's not only that he is a very good and talented offensive engine, but it also is like he is exactly what that unit would need. You know what I'm saying? Like they have the play finishing ability. They just need the passer and playmaker. Yeah. I'm talking about I'm not talking about the conversation y'all were having. I'm saying just like in general, to me, that's not always a fair point to make about a player being better because their roster could just miss what you offer more than the other person. You see what I'm saying? But in this situation, I do think that LaMelo is still a more impactful player.
I would argue the Raptors are also missing what Scotty Barnes doesn't provide, but they don't fall off by nearly the same amount. Without Scotty Barnes, they don't have anything that replicates Scotty Barnes. Colin Murray-Boyles would be the closest replication, and he's even been in and out of the lineup. Yeah, they still managed to be less bad than the Hornets without Melo. Also, everyone else around LaMelo is just drastically better with him without him. Conker-Nipple is Conker-Nipple's ridiculous with LaMelo, less ridiculous without him. Brandon Miller, same thing. Demon Musa, even though I love Musa a lot better with LaMelo on the court. I feel like the only reason this isn't really being entertained to the degree it should be, not speaking about
it's just shooting splits,
is general public. Just it is LaMelo's scoring efficiency. That's the only reason I think people are
And
even
and the
really
rep on
and
denying-
record
and the
to
narrative-
start
and
the
the na-
season.
and the
Yeah,
narrative-
record and reputation, maybe
Yeah,
just in
that's
terms of
what I'm
how.
saying, and the narrative
I don't
wasn't
think
all
people
that.
are actually watching Hornets games.
Yeah,
Um,
they got a
Yeah,
good ass team,
agreed,
yo.
yeah.
Y'all would have hated Jason
Lame-
Kidd. That's what I'm finding now.
Yeah, LaMelo's driving winning. He's driving impact. He's driving offense to a degree that not many people in the league right now are replicating. But because he's not doing it shooting 47, 38, 90, apparently it's less valuable. I'm on the side of scoring efficiency is valuable insofar as it's driving impact. Normally, impact is derived from efficient scoring opportunities from the individual, from the team, whatever the case may be. So being more efficient is better. But if you're able to drive that same offensive impact without scoring efficiency, that doesn't mean that you're now worse than someone else who's more efficient. I don't think that's what that means, because you're just still able to replicate the team offense that they can, even if they're doing it through scoring efficiency, you're doing it through overall offensive efficiency. They have a 126 offense with him on the floor. I don't think people are understanding how ridiculous that is. That's like Jokic levels. That's how good that is. And no one, and regardless of whatever offensive talent you think Charlotte have, Ron, you're muted. Regardless of whatever offensive talent you think Charlotte have, there's no reason you think they should be replicating Jokic Nuggets.
I'm trying to figure out how
there's
they
no
don't.
reason why you believe.
I've watched Charlotte, and I mean, I think that the offense is a lot more fluid than a lot of people give him credit for. It's a lot more ball movement. Like LaMelo doesn't dominate the basketball nearly as much as he used to. Like the ball gets swung a lot. They got a lot more off-ball action than they used to have. And not only do they have a lot more off-ball action, they run. I think they play a little bit faster than they used to, which means LaMelo Ball is getting the ball up the floor a lot quicker. So I think that has a lot to do with why their offense is better. So their defense is creating some offense. On the flip side to that, Scotty Barnes, on the other hand, I don't think that he has the elements like I talked about when I talked about with his defense and with those elements. I mean, I think that they could turn their defense into offense if he had better elements. Now, your point about Carter Murray Boyles, I think the flip side to that is he doesn't really understand how to be a good defensive player yet. And I think a lot of the stuff that he's doing is just, I'm just in spaces where I'm supposed to be. I don't even know what I'm doing there, but I'm just in spaces where I'm supposed to be at that particular time. And as the season has gone on, he has improved, but I just think that he's been fortunate enough to be around, guys like Shed, who isn't a great defender, but good enough. Guys like Pirtle, who's a good rebounder, but not great. Like, I mean, I don't think they have the front line that the Charlotte Hornets have in terms of rebounding. I think they got a good rebounding team. So I just think that Scotty Barnes defensively, to your point, I just think that he does so much more for that team, both offensively and defensively, that I think he's an all-pro this year.
Yeah, this is a good conversation, though. And I think both of these players have a fair race, Scotty Barnes and LaMelo, with just the resurgence of the Hornets and what they've been doing since January 1st. Mars is right. LaMelo definitely deserves more credit. The way this team's rolling, the way this team's winning, the way this team is flowing, like LaMelo has been hooping. And so, like, and I think the percentages might be skewed a little bit too. Like, if we just did January 1st to now, I think it would look even better. And it goes to one point that I always make. You typically play better when you play with better players. Their culture changed overnight. Brandon Miller started playing better. Everything came together. Knipple stepped in. He was a culture changer. Diabate started playing more. He was a culture changer. So, like, everything happened instantly. And once again, like, when your team, when you're winning and playing for something, and when your team is better, you will more than likely, for the players that actually have it, you'll play better. Like Cam Thomas, that may not apply for Cam Thomas, but LaMelo, he can play a winning brand of basketball when he has the requisite pieces around him. And we're seeing that right now. So, like, I think that he does have a shot at that third team just as well as Scotty.
The problem
I don't know what. I don't know how
they're 30 and 16.
The problem is, like, I agree, Ron, with everything you said. The only problem is for all NBA teams, the season doesn't start from January. That would be my only thing.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, even right now, just full season sample wise, I think him and Scotty are very.
Yeah, I think it's definitely
a
a conversation.
We were literally having a conversation earlier in the year that Knipple is the best player on this team. We were having that conversation.
Yeah, and you guys were wrong, and I told you guys you were wrong when you said that.
Yeah, I never agree with that statement either. He's the best shot maker on the team, but Yeah, no. Melo is definitely the best player on that team.
Since January. So whatever he's shooting on the season, it's not that far off. But yeah, since he's been healthy.
Yeah, he is like. There's no need to mask it. He is a bad scorer. Like,
he can't score inside the 3-point line. It just is what it is. And that's why I have my reservations about them in the playoffs in terms of especially LaMelo. Is like if you can't score inside the 3-point line,
I would qualify him though as like an elite 3-point shooter though. I know that is kind of skewed in my opinion as far as his 3-point percentage, but like he can really shoot the ball, bro.
And it's 39% since January on his shot difficulty. I mean, that is elite marks.
I also just think that like LaMelo's the perfect example of like how reputations and perception can like carry a player. Like people just thought for years that he was just never a winning player, could never play winning basketball, could never impact winning. But he's turned that on its head, and it makes you wonder how many of these players carry these reputations that just aren't true.
Only people that don't know ball thought
and you know what's another thing? Yeah. There's another thing as well that impacts it is like he's an unconventional point guard. Like he's shooting threes like one-legged, like sometimes it's like not even jump. Like all these different things add to it because people are like, this doesn't look the way I want it to look, chill. But like he can play a winning brand of basketball and he's shown it this year. So man, shout outs to him.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Damian.
Doesn't do him justice because he's only playing like 26 minutes or whatever. So it's like similar with Wemby. Wemby's only averaging 20.
Melo's only playing 26 minutes.
It's something like that. It's
his minutes are down.
He's barely playing.
So like, that's why, because one thing I just looked at with the Hornets, I saw that they're like 25th in pace, and I'm like, there's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
And LaMelo Ball on LaMelo Ball offense is 25th in pace, but maybe I don't know. Maybe it gets that much slower when he's not in the game.
Because when he comes out of the game, they go with that kid James, and they don't play nearly as fast when that kid James is on the floor.
See Andre,
yeah.
The Hornets are.
He was hurt as well.
The amount of late clock possessions they have is very, very interesting, and I think part of that is LaMelo. For reference, I'll find the number if I can. Their pace this year is slightly better. They have a 98 pace with LaMelo. It's like a 97 without him. It's not meaningfully different. It's just they do create a lot of good offense with LaMelo. It's just his box score is going to say 19 and 7 or whatever, but it's because he's playing way less minutes, or 20 and 7, whatever he averages. Same thing with Wemby. He's averaging 24 and 11. It's like, yeah, the guy plays 29 minutes. Like
does he not push pace? Why are they so slow?
Yeah.
No, they push pace, but they also have a lot of possessions that end up going late clock. So
a lot of guys touch the ball though. That's why
they'll play fast. Like when they can, they'll go out and run. So that's where, they'll get their meaningful possessions. But also, if you go watch a Charlotte game, I'm not saying you don't. You go watch a Charlotte game, like you'll find several instances where they're playing against the clock and there's 3 on the clock and they're still trying to generate a shot. So all of that stuff balances
ran like 3 different pick and rolls.
Yeah, all of that balances itself out to a slower pace. Plus, he's only playing 28 minutes, so like less minutes for him. But yeah, his impact is definitely better than the box score suggests because he's not playing as many minutes. I'm fine listening to the argument. If you're not out there, you're not providing impact, so that can hurt his own NBA case. I'm listening to that. But just from a pure impact perspective, LaMelo he's top 15.
I mean, I've been saying this as far as for like 2-3 years, he's been one of the most impactful offensive players in the league. Like that has statistically tracked
this has been
for a long time. Last year,
Charlotte have sucked, so everyone's been ignoring the fact that their offense is decent with LaMelo and falls off a cliff without him. He's been driving good offense for years. It's just Charlotte, and he can't stay healthy. Now he's finally having a healthy year, and Charlotte don't stink as much. All of a sudden, LaMelo, new player. LaMelo's been driving offense at elite level for years. Now this is a different standard. For reference, 126.2 offense with LaMelo on the court. Denver with Jokic have a 127. Like that's the level of offense.
Mars, is that fair though? In terms of like to your point, him only playing 26 minutes. Like so, he's not playing 26 straight minutes. Like he's playing 8 minutes here, he's playing 7 minutes there. So I mean, relative to those minutes, as opposed to Scotty Barnes, who Scotty Barnes plays a lot of minutes and he plays a lot of minutes straight. So like those instances where LaMelo Ball plays 8 minutes, we're good for these 8 minutes. We're good for these 7 minutes. So why isn't he playing more? If he's the driving force of an offense that good, and I think Charles Lee is a damn good coach. If he's the driving force of an offense that's that good, why isn't he playing more?
I would assume it has something to do with like his injury history.
Injury
at least,
so they've been
that would be my
Right, that's
assumption.
play as many minutes.
They're
Like
probably
they
not
just
going
beat the
to play
Kings by 100, so he only had to play 24 minutes.
They've won their
They
last
just beat the
4
Grizzlies.
games.
They just beat the Grizzlies by 100. He only had to play 28. They just beat the Magic by 100. He only had to play 20. They just beat the Heat by 30. He played 33 minutes. They lost that blowout game to the Spurs. I think he was in foul trouble that game. He played 21 minutes. When they're in relatively close games, he plays. But when they're blowing out the Celtics by 30, yeah, I only need to play 24 minutes. So part of his minutes being so low is the fact that when he's out there, they are blitzing teams. And
the last 4 games,
when LaMelo's on the court, the Charlotte Hornets blow teams out like ridiculously, especially since he's been healthy. This stretch, so since December 18th, this stretch, the amount of blowout wins they've had has been ridiculous. Like they are.
You don't think they're also like? You don't think they're also looking at his minutes though? Like,
yeah, for sure. No. When he came back,
they want to keep him healthy. They already said they're trying to keep him healthy.
He was on a minutes restriction. They were preserving him. I'm not arguing against that. What I'm saying is, when they need him to, even in these games, he's getting north of 30 minutes when they need him to. It's just more often than not they don't actually need him to because they're blitzing. And once the playing comes around, playoffs, and once the playoffs playing come around, I think LaMelo's minutes will go up, assuming they don't blow teams out. But for the most part, if you're blowing a team out, why risk a guy who has been injury prone? Why play him 32 minutes when we're blowing him out in 26? There's just no need. Just preserve him. So I think it's a mixture of both. Preserving him, plus they're blowing teams out so much, you don't even need to play.
All right, fellas. I do want to show a little bit of love to the Charlotte Hornets once again, because they now have jumped into the 9th seed. They are actually tied at 38 and 34 with the Miami Heat, but they have the tiebreaker. So no, they're actually tied with the they're tied with Orlando too. So Orlando, Charlotte, and Miami are all tied at 38 and 34. Orlando's the 8th seed. The Hornets are the 9th seed, and the Miami Heat are the 10th seed. So once again, it's going to be a crapshoot. It's going to be a all-out war at the bottom of that Eastern Conference. We'll keep our eyes peeled. But hey, maybe that could be the difference between LaMelo Ball making the 3rd team and not making
2 games
the 3rd
back
team.
from the 6th seed.
They're a game behind Philly, and they
2.5 games back of Toronto in 5.
Yeah,
right there.
That 5 to 10 is insane.
They're right there. Yeah,
it'll be a great race to the end. Yeah.
All right, well, the next super chat that I got is from Trent. Trent said, Ox, don't trip. I'm gonna go light the beam with you when Darius Acuff gets drafted. And shout out Joe Dumars. We could have got a top 10 pick. Damn. Derek Queen cool though.
Did you guys see the tweet the Sacramento Kings media team put out yesterday after that win?
Yeah, just check NBA.com.
That was crazy, man.
Yeah, they
even they're fed up now.
Social media posts like put out the final score. They got blitzed so badly they didn't even publish the score. They just told you to go check it yourself. Like,
oh wow,
that's fine.
Yeah, it's
don't ask me nothing. Go check NBA.com. Get out of here.
I am in agreement. I don't know who said it. I was listening when I weren't here. I don't want none of these top prospects to go to Sacramento. That's it's a bad spot.
I think Darius Acuff would be good there though. That is
I
the
want them
one
to have
prospect.
someone though.
As someone who's slightly more
someone.
Pessimistic on Darius, I don't want to be right because he goes to Sacramento.
They're gonna ruin him, Ron.
I want them to have.
I just think you're just flat out too low on Darius Acuff, man.
I don't know how low do you think I am. I have him as like a top
because
10. How low?
Because I'm saying like I'm not worried. Like
I have him as the second best point guard in the drawing.
I think he's the best point guard though. I think
I'm too low because I prefer Kingston. I'm too low.
Yes, yeah, he's bare minimum Darius Garland. I'm saying, bro, he's bare minimum Darius Garland.
I think he's way worse defensively than Darius Garland is. But I can envision an offensive ceiling of Darius Garland. I can envision being better offensively than Darius Garland. I can see that.
I can too.
So where are we disagreeing?
Because if you have somebody better, I don't. As far as the point guard.
I'm too low because I'm just like, although Kingston Fleming probably ain't 6'4" either. I want to see how tall he is. But like, just because I believe
he just jumps on his jump shot, brother.
Kingston Fleming just going to be, I think, less detrimental on either sides of the ball. I don't think he's going to be as good offensively as Darius. I don't think he's going to be close. I'm not that high on Kingston's offense because I don't think his touch is that good. I don't think he's actually finishes at the rim that well. And he hasn't shown the capability to make pull-up threes. He's more so a mid-range scorer who can get 2 feet in the paint but when he gets there, it's more of a playmaking thing, not much of a scoring thing.
Mhm.
So I'm seeing a negative efficiency scorer who can be viable on defense and then is a really good passer playmaker. Darius is like, I see a really, really good offensive player, like really good, can score from multiple levels, can get to the rim. The best thing for me about Darius Akoff is the fact that he pushes pace ridiculous. Like Arkansas as a transition team are amazing in large part because of what he's able to do. Like he's like a small Tyrese Halliburton in that way, in the way hit ahead passes, finding guys consistently. His playmaking and passing is elite. Like his lob passing is amazing. So like I view the offense maybe even higher than you or just as high, like whatever. He's the worst defender in the country. Like I'm like that to me bleeds so much value that I'm like, yeah, I'll probably take the lesser offensive player who bleeds less value on defense. Is probably going to be easier to provide an impact in the NBA as opposed to the guy who I need to hit a high end offensive outcome, which also isn't guaranteed because we're talking about draft prospects, you know, and which also isn't guaranteed. And I'm fairly sure he's going to be a terrible on defense. I'm fairly sure. Like, I'm willing.
But if we're talking, we might be talking about
We might be talking about AI.
high volume scoring Tyrese.
Yeah, he might be better than Kingston. I'm not saying he won't. I'm just saying
shit. That sounds like
if he is like if Darius pans out completely, I'm fairly sure he'll be a better player than Kingston. I'm fairly sure. The low end outcome, I'm also fairly sure is way lower than Kingston Fleming's. So although I don't think Kingston has the same ceiling, his floor is so much higher, and the ceiling isn't like to where I'm talking about all NBA player to solid starter. I'm talking about I think Kingston has all-star potential. I think Darius might have all NBA potential. I'm willing to bet on just the smaller range of outcomes with Kingston as opposed to Darius. So
and
that's
environment will matter as well.
Yeah, it's a very small gap. I think they both clear like the Keaton Wagglers of the world. Like I don't view him even in that group, or like Phylon, Michael Brown. I don't really view with them either. Like to me, they're clearly better than the rest. I just have him number 2 as a point guard. Like I guess.
All right, the
Darius
next super
is
chat
who
is
I've
from
seen the most of, so I'm biased.
I think did they play tonight?
No, they play Friday or Saturday.
Oh damn, okay.
No, it might be
Kingston,
Thursday.
he played for U of H, so I see him a little
Thursday, yes. I thought today was Thursday. I'm tripping.
Fellas,
All
I'll
right,
see you tomorrow.
Later.
All right,
Good to see
Dave.
you, brother.
Dave.
The next super chat is from It's Hakira. It's Hakira said, "Who impacts winning more, Kyrie or Russell Westbrook? In a vacuum, and also in a situation as the second option on a championship team. I don't think either is a first option on a championship team. Who would you rather have?"
Russell Westbrook.
Russ.
It's dependent on situation for me. I think Russ is probably a better player, but I actually think like the difference is the two people that they played with, right? I think a Kevin Durant type player needs a Russell Westbrook type player, and I think a LeBron type needs a Kyrie Irving type. Like I think Russ is probably worse next to another ball handling, playmaking type player, and Kyrie is worse next to another elite scorer, play finishing type player. So
I think Kyrie is just more malleable. So you don't have to bend your roster to fit Kyrie in as much as you would have to fit in Russ. But if you make the concessions to fit in Russ, I'm fairly sure he'll impact your team more. So it depends what you'd prefer. But if you just ask me who's more impactful, it's Russell Westbrook. But like Kyrie's just more portable, I guess, would be the word.
All right, Switz Daniel sent through a super chat and said, "Wait till Seattle comes back and Ron gets his team back. Then KD gonna have a full circle moment and join. Then we'll see if Ron's energy changes towards KD."
it would be
Switz, have to wait
hilarious
and
to see
see.
him on Seattle and see how you got to talk about him then.
I'm boycotting the Sonics, man. I will not be watching that team. So
You think they're gonna be that bad, Mars?
they could be the champions. I'm still not watching.
Why? Because of the city?
Yes.
Oh.
So yeah, we good on. So don't.
Hey, Seattle, we already up. We got haters already. We already up, Seattle.
I'll be good on any Sonics topic.
I'm actually coming to Seattle to see a game. That's how in I'm.
I'll watch that road games. But anything in Seattle,
Seattle. Yes.
I'll watch that road game.
We back, baby. We back.
Yes,
Hoops never stops. We'll talk more about the expansion, and we'll talk more about Seattle probably tomorrow and Friday. But we back. Hoops never stops said there's nothing ethical about losing purposely in competition.
If it's gonna make me better in the future, yes, it is. What the fuck? I lose now to
It's
be
still
better
not
later.
ethical.
I mean,
But-
yeah, it's not. Yeah, but it's not about ethics when it comes to.
Yeah, it's just not about
It's
that.
about, it's
No.
about optimization, and for whatever reason, the way big sports in the US work.
Ethically, I'm not
Losing is
supposed to do that. Like sports is just all ethics. Get the fuck out of here.
Losing is rewarded in American
These
sports.
high
so
and mighty
obviously,
people,
teams are going
like,
to lose.
everything
It's
has to
just-
be the right way. Get the fuck out of here, man. Baseball is filthy. And like they make it sound like baseball, everything is done ethically in baseball. Football is one of the most violent sports. We've actually seen people paralyzed, but they do things ethically there. No, they don't. Like all of a sudden, this like when did we become so high and mighty when it comes to sports? When did we start doing that?
Yeah, who cares about ethics?
What the hell? When did we start
Ethics
doing
is
that?
overrated.
There's a phrase that's been coined because of sports. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. But now all of a sudden, like
applies to relationships too.
all of a sudden, like we have to be ethical and we have to do things. Everybody's got to do things the right way. Get the fuck out of here.
I gotta test if you're gonna stick with me through the thick and the thin. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta cheat on you. I gotta cheat on you at
For
least
better
one
for
time.
worse. What do you think
Exactly.
worse was? Like, what we talking about?
And I gotta
Exactly.
test if I want to stay with you. I gotta go
Ladies
test
and
the thick
gentlemen,
and the
I
thin.
am not
Yeah,
advocating
what
to
you
go
talking
around
about?
on your.
Oh,
I think
I'm
better for
gonna
worse is
tell
just
you.
words, man. Hell no, we're gonna put that to the test.
Ladies and
Exactly.
gentlemen, I am not advocating messing around on your people. No, real talk thoughts are the thoughts of real talk. I am not advocating that. No, I'm not.
I'm saying we gotta test it out. I gotta test it out.
Mhm. I think I could test it out in other ways besides laying with another woman. I think I could do that.
Hey, chill. Sometimes you got to see what's in the transfer portal.
No, I
But
don't.
anyways,
No, I do not. I'm straight with my
Tupac-
quarterback. I don't need to go find out what other quarterbacks is out there. No, I don't. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know a hell of a quarterback that played at that school right down the street.
Oh my
But
god.
Tupac Westside said, Ron, you interrupt Unc for an ad read 15 minutes in? L host, chill, box him the next time you see him.
It's on. We already know what it is.
You have a habit
Chill.
of interrupting chill every time.
That was protocol. Like I just had to. I had
Can
to
you
get
believe
it in
that,
when I can
Mars?
get it in.
Like you and me will be having a
It's
discussion.
every time. It's
Real talk.
every
You and me
time.
be having a discussion. Hold on, chill. And commercial break. What the fuck?
Every time.
My
It's on
apologies,
purpose,
chill.
by the way.
100% it is real
Oh,
talk.
yeah.
Initially, I thought it was just something.
Yeah,
something.
no.
It's
on purpose.
coincidence.
No, it's not.
just
Yeah.
it just happens that way
No,
when
it
it
is not.
happens that way.
Mm-mm,
Chill.
no.
Maybe did you ever think maybe you just be yapping when it's time for us to read ads?
Ron, you'll interrupt me soon as I start talking. Like I'm not even into my sentence. Hold that thought, chill.
Well, if you guys want to come to Portland, now would be the time for you to go ahead and get your tickets. April 10th, we will be in the MODA Center. Get your tickets to the live show. Included in the live show tickets, you will have a meet and greet with the panel, and you will get to watch Kawhi Leonard and Denny Avdia, and you will get invited to the after party, and you may see me put on the gloves and put the paws on chill. Make sure to pull up to Portland, Oregon, April 10th.
We don't just go home.
Nope.
I mean, you could go home. All right.
Oh, nah,
I
cool.
know I will be.
Oh shit, yeah.
I ain't gonna fight you, Ron. I'm definitely in the Portland streets. I am in them streets in Portland. Yes, I am.
Hey, them some good
Notorious.
streets, boy.
Mhm.
Good streets.
I'm outside in Portland. Yes, I am.
Red Hood said, "Congrats, Ron, on getting your team back. Y'all will still be ringless. We're not ringless. We
Yeah,
are
y'all got that
ringless.
that one.
Yeah, they got that one Fugazi ring that no one cares
Yeah,
about.
79. Shout out downtown Freddie Brown.
Who'd
we
you
are
guys
not
play in that finals? Ron? Who'd
ringless.
you guys play?
It doesn't matter. We won it.
See, you know what I mean, no one cares.
Not even
It's-
the Seattle.
They don't even
Yeah,
know.
that's
You know
nasty,
they
that's
go, yeah,
nasty.
exactly. They don't care.
That's nasty.
SMN R&DM said, process of Philly wasn't bad. It didn't work out, but hindsight is 2020. If you ask me, the way the Kings and the Bulls go about their business is the worst.
I agree. I don't understand staying mid when there's a clear reward for being bad. There's no reward for being mid. So
It's just ironic that Ox is the spokesperson. And I know he says it's no correlation. Oh, I don't run the Kings. I don't care what's going on over there. But it's just ironic he's the spokesperson for Don't Tank and just ignore the clear benefits of tanking and just go out there and compete when you have a terrible roster. And yet we see what the Sacramento Kings have done. You know what? The Kings are cursed because of Ox. I'm putting two together. They are the way they are because of Big Ox. So Sacramento, if you guys want to be good, make him become a Warriors fan. Make him become a Lakers fan. Make him go root for somebody else, and maybe you guys will be good. But he's the reason why that franchise is in poverty.
He was trying to fake be a Laker fan this summer. I'm remembering that now. Oh, look at Doncic. Oh, DeAndre Ayton. Stay over there, Ox. Stay over there. Stay over there, gang.
MTHJ301 said, no team is beating the Spurs 4 out of 7 times, minus injuries. Win VP, and I'm sick of he looks like the best, but got to see it in the playoffs first.
I mean, I think that's a valid thing to.
I don't understand why that's not a valid thing to say. What the hell? We just gonna crown you? What the hell?
I'm also fine with people who think Wemby's the best, saying he's the best, but I'm also fine with people saying, yeah, he's great, but how does this look in the playoffs? At the end of the day, it's going to be a question. You don't know. Now, I'm kind of more on Ox's side when it comes to this whole playoff thing. I think people kind of overstate it's going to be such a small sample of games. If Wemby happens to go cold at the wrong time, all of a sudden he's not the best in the world because his jump shot went cold at the wrong time. Now, I don't agree with that. Or if Wemby happens to get hot at the right time, now all of a sudden he's a way better player because Wemby had a 6-game stretch where he shot 45% from 3. Like, we haven't seen him do that before. It's like, at the end of the day, these samples are so small. I think you have to take everything in totality. Everything in totality includes the playoffs. But I don't think it's this huge barometer of, oh, this guy can't do this. So if he comes up against a bad matchup that he's seen in the regular season, who are a bad matchup for them, and then he sees them in the playoffs, and they're still a bad matchup for him, that doesn't make him a worse player. So yeah, the guy had flaws we already saw in the regular season. He came up against a team that could exploit them. If he comes up against a bunch of teams in the playoffs that he had the best of in the regular season, that doesn't now magically make him a better player because he saw teams that were a favorable matchup for him. So no, this is all about matchups, and that's what the playoffs is all about. And if Wemby has favorable matchups and goes on a run and dominates all his way, it's like, okay, but he didn't see the teams that he struggles against. So how would he have looked in that situation? Now all of a sudden he has no questions. It's like, no, I don't think that's how it works.
But I'm not going to dismiss.
I don't agree.
But I'm not going to dismiss the fact that in the playoffs, yes, the bets get higher and the pressure is more, and the pressure does get to a lot of these players, which would explain why they play the way that they do in the playoffs as opposed to what they do in the regular season. So if a guy like Wemby, maybe the pressure would get to him, even if he is in a favorable matchup and doesn't play as well as he possibly could. But if he does play better, it confirms what we already thought anyway.
Yeah, I'm not about to assess the BITW and chalk it up to variance and matchups. Like, respectfully, bro, if you're the quote unquote best player in the world now, you have an expectation to perform.
A duty. You got to get busy in the playoffs.
Like,
you have to do that.
Been the standard.
Yes.
We're not about to. No, I'm not doing it.
That wasn't my point, but we don't need to bring it back up. It's fine.
All right. We have another super chat from SMN RNDM. SMN said, in the current NBA, it doesn't work. Not saying tanking guarantees success, but it's a higher chance than what the Bulls/Kings are doing. Lost in nowhere land.
That's why
it's
I'm
just
an advocate
expensive to be mid.
That's why I'm just an advocate of getting rid of the lottery. I just, like, we already see what they're doing anyway. So let's just get rid of it.
I'm an advocate of increase the odds.
Well, we could do that too. Yeah, we could do that too.
I think flattening the odds made it way worse than people.
I think we could do that too.
If the worst team in the league had a 50-50 chance of the number 1 pick, you'd see less teams tanking.
All right, Bob sent through a super chat and said, if Superman is just a dude for wearing a business suit, Johnny Sins is my doctor, my plumber, my pizza delivery man, Common Ron L host.
Trash.
All right. Mm-hmm. Superman wears a suit, Batman wears a suit. They both wear 2 suits. They both live 2 lives.
Only except Superman is actually superhuman.
Batman. I'm not finna do this with you.
You ain't hear
Batman
the
is
story about Batman in the
superhuman.
cave? You ain't hear the story about Batman in the cave?
And I'm not, if I'm
He
not
was in a
mistaken,
cave of bats and turned into Batman.
and doesn't getting bit by a bat give you rabies?
Who said anything about being bitten?
He didn't say bit. He just said he was in a cave of bats and
How
turned
the
into
hell?
Batman.
So how the hell he? I'm around.
Doesn't
bat?
getting bit by a spider kill you? I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
Some spiders, yeah.
Yeah, some spiders. But it
it
also
Spider-Man
gives
can
you
get away with it.
Batman powers by osmosis. He was just close enough that
hanging
the
from
air
the bat.
particles of bat
Well,
to
out of
human they combines and then he turned into Batman.
This is unreal.
All right, Artemis said, I had to drop some change to tell Unc to read a comic book respectfully, of course.
That's not the super chat that's on the up here, by the way.
Is it not?
50-year-olds gonna be reading comic books.
Chill, you can't see the super chat?
I can see that one now. Yeah, I can see that now. Now we good. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Chill, I think he's saying that so you could learn more about who
All right.
Batman is and what he does and become a little more familiar
The
with
comics
his
are
game.
very different to movies. That's all I know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm about to read them though, but very different.
All right, Cultured Bandit said Batman is a grown man with mental health issues and decided to dress as a bat. Like, get a therapist. And Ron hasn't been a dub host in many moons.
I don't know where all this Batman hate coming from, but I do not appreciate it.
I don't think
I
it's
was-
hate to say he's not a superhero.
Nah,
I don't.
I was Batman for like 3 Halloweens straight. This
Uh-oh.
is getting out of hand.
like,
about
as
to be
far as I'm
Batman this
concerned,
Out of
Halloween.
hand.
the word super in
Everybody,
superhero has
every
to mean
kid used to
something.
run
I don't
around
know.
their house like this.
Mhm.
Hey, you
Bat-
remember you used to get a dry towel, tie it, run around the house like this, and all of a sudden we're gonna disrespect Batman. This is
Yeah,
crazy.
that's
The word
crazy.
superhero used to
Insane.
the word
Crazy.
super and superhero used to mean something, man. What
It
happened to
does.
that,
He
man?
can lift 1,000 pounds.
Shit, so you ain't seen them strongman competitions?
Oh, man.
You don't think some of them?
Hell
Moving-
nah, they
moving
just
parts.
strong as shit.
But guess what? Steroids make you a super nigga. See what I'm saying? They couldn't get that.
So,
natural.
LeBron a superhero. I bet. LeBron's a
Yeah,
superhero.
I mean, kind of.
you know what? Bron FC gonna tell me he is. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Kind of.
He got it. Hey, shout out to Bron, man. Shout out to Bron.
Anime is cool said, so Real Talk saying Batman got rabies?
That's
Super
not what I
rabies?
said. I never said that. Chill said that.
I did.
Uptown for Life said, if Golden State wins the lottery, who will be a better fit? Boozer, AJ, or Darren Peterson?
AJ.
Darren Peterson. AJ gonna find himself in the same spot as other people.
Yeah,
They're gonna be like, he holds the ball too much. He's shooting too many mid-range jumpers. He's not moving the ball. He's not setting back screens for Steph. Like, they don't need a wing scorer over there. Go get Darren Peterson, can run around off ball and shoot a bunch of threes and get out in transition. He'll be fine. Cam Boozer can run DHO with Steph, catch it in the pocket and throw lobs. They'll love Cam Boozer. AJ, they'll make him a run in transition, shoot spot up threes and late clock isolations. That's
That's
all
where
they'll
he
give.
trash.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, oh, AJ's just another Jonathan Kuminga. He don't get it. Get him off the team. He hurting Steph's legs. Man, hell no, man. We don't send the AJ over there.
You know, I kind of hope that the Warriors do get like a top 3 pick. I would like to see Boozer or Darren Peterson over there.
Now, Boozer and Golden State. Hey, Draymond.
Bye.
I would not.
Hell,
care.
Bye. We got Boozer. We got Jimmy back. Porzingis, assuming he can function with Steph. I like that team.
SMN R&DM tapped in with yet another super chat and said, if the Spurs get a high pick, it's rigged. I'm telling you, it's already rigged. I mean, look at Wemby. Everyone knew he was going to the San Antonio Spurs before the lottery. The shit.
Everyone didn't know that. Everyone
I knew
didn't
that
know
for sure. I said he was going to the Spurs from the jump.
Well, I didn't think
Yeah,
that. And
I wasn't in on it. I
It was so obvious he was going to San Antonio.
They were doing all of the
It was so obvious he was going to San Antonio.
if it's rigged, then how come the bigger markets aren't getting? How come they aren't winning more? Like, why wouldn't Brooklyn win the lottery? Like, why wouldn't that happen?
Brooklyn.
They did. They just didn't own that pick.
Right. And
can't control stupidity. At the end of the day, they traded all their
Yeah,
picks. And
that is true.
Boston. They gave Boston Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Like, I don't know. Like they would.
That was 10 years ago.
That's when they sucked.
Okay, 10 years ago. I'm talking
Yeah,
about
they
like,
sucked, then became good, and now they suck again. And we'll see what happens in the lottery this time.
yeah.
They might be a top 3 pick this year. Who knows?
Dorian Clayton said, chill. If him being superhuman bothers you, wait until you see what he can do because of these, how you say it? Tibetan monks that he trained with. He pushed his body past where the human body can go. Nightwing the GOAT.
For the record, being superhuman doesn't bother me. In fact, I think that's part of being a superhero. That's one of the criteria.
Me too.
So that doesn't bother me at all.
Is
Anyway, as you were saying, Rock,
maybe in the comics he is. In the movies, he a human who can fight.
I'm not familiar with Nightwing though.
I've heard Domo talk about him. He called He called Jimmy Butler Nightwing?
Jimmy Butler, yeah, he called Jimmy Butler Nightwing.
And that was always an insult to Jimmy Butler, apparently.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Shout out Nightwing, man. Big Ox Media said, who is better this season? Who is better this season? Or who is better, this Tatum or this Tobias Harris?
Tobias Harris is better. No, Tobias Harris is not better than Jason Tatum. Nope. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, he is not.
Yeah, we could pack that up.
Yeah,
JT
no,
ain't
he
been
is
that
not.
bad.
No.
Ray Floyd 4 said, how good would the Pistons be if they traded for Anthony Edwards?
Amazing.
Yeah, they'd be good.
It depends on what they gave up.
It damn near don't matter. That's what Ant needs, a point guard.
I mean, if they give up Cade.
No, I mean, no, not Cade.
Okay, then so it depends. Yeah, shush, good.
You can have Duran, though. I ain't gonna lie. You can get Duran. I'm trading Duran for Anthony Edwards.
I mean, yeah.
No way, you're trading Durham for Anthony Edwards? Oh my
No,
God.
you see how Ron has it'll be people like, but the upside, brother. I'm done.
Durham will never be better than is right now. I guess.
Exactly.
Blackest Panther sent through a super chat that said, all this Batman talk, like Black Panther isn't richer, a better detective, has powers, and is black. Shout out to Penn Wallace.
How you
Just so
gonna
you know.
have all that blackness and shout out the white man on the show? Nah, I don't know how that. even makes sense.
Shout out Penn Wallace.
And for the record, Black Panther can talk to his ancestors. That's a superhuman ability.
Or that's hallucinating, whichever
Yeah,
way.
that's
you
when
wanna
you
look
put
at
the
it.
they have to put the liquid in them first.
Hmm.
He doesn't just do that and he could just, talk to his ancestors.
Hmm. So he another dog. Okay, so Black Panther is Captain America. He's just a dude on steroids.
I mean, if you're gonna say that about
He
Captain
still
America,
goes so far. He swears no one is superhero. Is Hulk a superhero?
He was created in a lab, even though he's my favorite. So he was created.
So
in
he's
a
not
lab.
evil. So is it Superman and no one else?
I don't think Superman is a superhero. He's from
That's
another
what
planet.
the white man would want you to
So
do.
who's a superhero? Spider-Man.
Oh man, what?
Spider-Man is
Spider-Man
a superhero.
Yeah, is
yes,
Spider-Man the only superhero?
yes, no.
'Cause
Spider-Man
Iron Man
is
not
a superhero.
He just rich. Batman not a superhero. He just rich. Black Panther not a superhero. He just on steroids. Captain America just on steroids.
Mhm.
Hulk not a superhero. He was built in a lab.
Mhm.
Who a superhero? Spider-Man and who?
That's a good question.
Spider-Man
There's
is an
only one
alien.
superhero.
So
Mhm.
is that even a superhero?
Nah, that's why he said Superman not a superhero either. Hey, so
We'll give him a pass because he looks like a human. But the problem is that he doesn't have any mortality, which goes back to being a superhero. There has to be some mortality to you. You have to be able to die.
Kryptonite.
Okay, where we get kryptonite from, Mars?
Different planet.
Yeah, how do we get there to get it?
I don't know.
Exactly. So he can't die.
Well, you can just get kryptonite.
Oh my goodness.
It's a deeper meaning behind that Superman character, by the way. Stay woke.
Hey, Ron, I got to bounce, fellas. I'll see y'all dudes.
All right, chill.
What was that all about?
Mm.
Well, maybe one day I'll learn a deeper meaning. But as
Yeah,
of
one
right
day
now,
I'll let you know about it.
Ray Last said 2003, 2009, 2011, 2018, and the 2020 draft classes from best to worst.
Well, it's tough with 2020 because they have no, like, one draft class has Braun, another one has Steph. 2011 has what, Kawhi. 18 is Luka and Shea. 2020 is Ant. So top end talent, I'd probably say, as of today, 2020 is the worst. 2020 was also seen as a mid draft when it happened, by the way. I don't know, man. My instinct is saying 03 and 09 are the top two.
Yeah, I mean, I got 03 easy, and then I would say 09.
03 kind of fell off after the top five.
I think he goes in
The
this
top
order.
5 too strong.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like but like if you want to talk depth of draft, like 09 has like Drew Holiday in the 20s. Like you don't get
That's
that type
cool.
of value.
I got Braun.
But-
I got D-Wade.
Yeah, you got Bron and
damn
Wade.
near by themselves.
Yeah, you got Bron and Wade, but I mean I got Steph and James Harden. James Harden better than D Wade. Steph beat Bron 3-1 in the finals. So I don't know what to tell you. So James Harden and D Wade, we'll just call that a tie. There you go.
No, it's not a tie.
Steph 3-1 against Bron in the finals. So
with an OD team.
So we know what that means. So there we go. 2011. I mean, shit. Clay 3-1 against Bron in the finals. So you know you got him. Kyrie helped carry Bron to a ring game 7. So I guess Jimmy Butler carried the team to the finals same way Bron did. He in that draft. Kawhi beat Bron in the finals. Kawhi beat Steph in the finals. Shit, 2011 might be one. I ain't gonna lie, 2011 might be one. And then 2018, it's just Shea and them vibes. No one else really hooping for us. Trey
I
Young
got
is
this
creative salary fella. Luka fat. Like
that's crazy.
It's just a bad draft, I want to say.
Yeah, I got this exact order for now. It could potentially change. 2018 could damn near jump up to number 2, just depending on what Luka does. And Shea gonna keep doing what Shea does. So yeah, we'll just have to see.
DeAndre Ayton, obviously, you know. Hooping.
Shout out to Ayton. Marvin Bagley, he, back.
Marvin Bagley, resurgence, yeah.
All right, Trey Lett sent through a super chat and said, Mars, American sports are rewarded for being bad. How do trash European sports teams get better if they're small market and not popular?
They don't.
Dang. So rich get rich, poor get poor? Essentially what it is?
I mean, every team gets richer, but while the mid teams are also getting richer, the rich teams are also getting richer, which means they just have more pools still. And at the end of the day, if a mid team has good players, they're going to inevitably leave to the good teams because that's how you grow your career. So you might have a couple years where you're a good team, whatever. Like Leicester won the Premier League 10 years ago.
Who?
That's Leicester City. They won the Premier League 10 years ago. That
Leicester.
summer. Yeah, that summer.
I know who he's talking about. It's just
that summer. Pretty much all of their players left. Pretty much all of their best players left, and then they were no longer that level of team. But then they rebuilt, got in some new players. They ended up winning the FA Cup. Then guess what? The players left, and now they're about to get relegated from the second division. So it's a life cycle for these mid teams. I don't know what I can hear. Real talk lock in.
yeah,
But
that's
what's
somebody
going on in the room next door?
They're mowing.
They're mowing. Okay.
oh no, I thought someone was having a good old time.
Nah.
Hey, real talk. Can you tell your roommates to keep it down?
Nah, they're mowing outside.
Quizzy said, interesting how the media and people react to Wemby campaigning for himself for campaigning himself for MVP. I feel like people would be clowning other players if they did this. Is this true?
They probably would. It depends on the player.
Wemby has some of the best PR going right now in the sports world. I'll definitely say that. And we definitely would be clowning other players in same sad situation.
I mean, have people been clowning Jaylen Brown for campaigning for MVP? I'm just asking. I don't know if they have.
I mean, nobody takes him.
I don't think they have.
That's why. But
you know how many voters have said they got Jaylen Brown and you want no one takes
I'm saying like the online world doesn't think. Yeah, Jaylen Brown. Hey, I hope everybody's ready for Jaylen Brown to be first team, top 3 in MVP.
He's gonna be first team. He's gonna be first team NBA unanimous, like consensus.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be there just disagreeing with it being cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Me as well.
Shout out Jaylen Brown, man. Shout out to the boy.
But yeah, you can't say nothing about Wemby right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Shouldn't he a hooper?
Best in the world.
Sure.
Frank C said Rocky defeated Drago with the help of Apollo Creed in Rocky 4. Keep going. There is no tomorrow.
Tomorrow's tomorrow, so that's not true.
And today is today. There is no tomorrow until it's tomorrow. Shout out Frank C. Shout out Rocky 4. Hey, real talk. It's still a conversation between Anthony Edwards and Wemby?
Yup. Till I see something in the playoffs.
All right, yeah. Keep
know what
holding,
I'm
keep
saying?
holding on to that, man.
Is there still a
Yeah.
conversation between Anthony Edwards and Luka?
Luka for me has been such a. Are you okay? He's been such a hard player to rank because like his lows are pretty low, but his highs are like so high as well. That's why people are like going so back and forth on him this year. It's like one time it looks like he's the best player in the league, another time he's like, oh my god, is he in K talks? Like it's
He's people, by the way. Just
yeah, people. No, not me. No, not me.
yeah, you are absolutely people.
Not me. No.
Shout out to people, man.
Nah,
Shout out to people.
I also have learned I'm much higher on Cade than a lot of people though throughout this.
Cade better than Wemby?
Nah.
Brandon Lee sent through a members chat. Brandon's been a member for 25 months. Salute to Brandon and salute to all of our members. Brandon said, dub PC, dub Knicks. We going all the way this year. Shout out to the Knicks. Arch Burner tapped in with a members chat. Arch Burner has been a member for 17 months. And Arch's Burner said Sack is tanking by default.
It's a Sacramento.
El Sack. We have a few new members. One by the name of Spider Gang. Salute to Spider Gang. Spider Gang was once a Hall of Famer. He's not a Hall of Famer anymore, but still shout out to Spider Gang though.
If he was Batman, he would have been because he could afford it.
Facts.
Mm.
Hey, maybe Black Panther be able to do that. Maybe even Superman, but hey man, still shout out to Spider-Man though. Braccio 911 became a YouTube member. Shout out to Braccio. Appreciate you for joining up. This is Impy. This is Impy. Shout out to Impy. Impy is now a new YouTube member. And speaking of Hall of Famers, we have a new Hall of Famer as of today by the name of Can We Change Subject, became a YouTube member. Shout out to Can We Change Subject. Can We Change Subject? Reach out to me or reach out to any of the PC accounts. We would like to get you in the Hall of Fame group chats and get you all the perks that come along with being a Hall of Famer. Kingster MH, hit me up too. CMX Halo, hit me up so I can get you guys in these group chats. We'd like to see who you guys are and we'd like to hear you guys' takes. And once again, give you all the perks that come with being a Hall of Famer. Avery B sent through a members chat and said, once the Kings started starting Russ in the year of our Lord 2026, the tank was on. LOL. Also, Chill didn't hear you speak about Braun's total games record.
Shout out to Braun. Played a lot of games. Cool little record.
We'll ask him about it tomorrow, Avery. We'll see what Chill really got to say about his Lord and Savior. H-Town T said, PC H-Town loading.
Man.
Hey, man. Soon. That's all I'm going to say. Soon. Can't wait.
Y'all trying to come down here for DreamCon or something?
Soon.
In May?
Soon. We'll just have to see.
July.
Oh, thank God. I'm not going to America 2 times in 2 months. This is already too close. February to April.
First off, America's fantastic. However, these
How long the flight, sir?
Nah, hey, look, y'all seeing this no TSA shit at the airport, bruh? Man,
It's crazy right now.
Yeah, it is ridiculous right now, bro. Ridiculous.
America gonna be a once a year thing for me, maybe twice. PC gonna be coming here too often.
Bro, we better than where you staying at. Facts.
I love my house. Thank you very much.
Our house is better.
Okay.
Astrofades 97 sent through a members chat and said, give John Wick a better budget and he equals Superman. I agree. Superman really ain't like that, by the way, but I have no more time to, argue comics and fictional characters. Where we talk about real people in real life situations here on the panel. Dorian Clayton sent through the last members chat of the day and said, "What's up, PC? I love these longer shows. It's great to see where y'all are at now from when I would catch y'all on Wednesdays and Sundays. PC the best."
I remember those Wednesday and Sunday shows.
Good times, man. Good times. Good times. But all right, y'all. It's been fun. It's been amazing. It's been real. We will catch you guys at the same time tomorrow, same place. You know what it is. We'll be back. It'll just be a little better episode tomorrow.
Facts. Merry Christmas.
See you in Portland, April 10th. Be there, be square.